Good evening. Hope you're doing okay. PJ's here. We're going to be streaming another episode of Arguatron Thimbleweed Park.
No, we're not.
How's it going, PJ?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. I'm up for...
Good evening. Hope you're doing okay.
Exactly the same
PJ's
as
here.
last time,
We're going to be streaming another episode of Arguatron all sorts of stuff. That's a good start. Here we are again. Me, PJ and I, I'll say it properly.
PJ and I.
Are going to start again, but rush through the first part of the game. I think we were just getting used to stuff last time, so yeah, might as well just power through this first bit, remind ourselves what the fuck was going on, and keep going.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we should do like a Top Gear style, like introduction to the show. So in tonight's episode, so we have So we'll be answering more of your questions. We got a bunch of those written down. Keep pinging them on the Twitter. Is it? Are they coming in? Yeah. Keep tweeting them at us, and if we're desperate for content, we might have a little delve later on. We also have... I'll be doing an Easter egg roundup because it's something very important to my heart. So there'll be some top buying advice amongst other things
Biscuit
in that.
Dickhead. So
yeah, we have Biscuit Dickhead. For fuck's sake. So that'll be.
So are you Easter egg dickhead? Or...
Well, yeah. Apparently, I'm setting it up. Platform 128 Easter egg dickhead. What else have we got? Oh yeah. What we're going to attempt to do is a bollocks-free first 20 minutes or so. Like, jokingly, we were saying last time that if we'd have just sat down and played the game, we'd have probably got to the point we got to in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So the plan is we're starting again. This time we're going to go on the easy mode, not really for any other reason that podcasting and trying to do all the stuff just isn't working.
Yeah, and slowly, quite quickly getting drunk as well isn't always the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Richard will be doing a lot of shots and all that. So yeah, bollocks free first 20 minutes. We're just going to get our heads down, power through it on easy mode. I'm going to try and make it all the same choices that we made last time. If you weren't with us last time, we'll, I guess, point out all the in jokes as we go, and we'll just power through, get up to that point, and then we will let the bollocks commence. So if you guys are up for that, that is the plan.
I'm not looking forward to you letting your bollocks commence.
That
really doesn't sound like my sort of thing. So I just checking the chat. We had a bit of an audio issue. I think I just had the YouTube channel playing in the background by accident. It should have gone now, so let us know what it's like. I've done a bit of fiddling with the microphone, so we should sound a bit better than the initial one. Mungie, tell PJ the England score is currently 43-14.
Oh, they got another try. What the hell? That's amazing. All right, yeah, I did. I have actually sacrificed the second half to come and be with you guys, so it proves how much I love you.
Bless your heart. Okay, well, you go for this. I'm just going to check YouTube, see who's here.
All right, you can do all the shout outs and stuff. So all I'm going to do is power through it. There you go, casual mode, because, yeah, that's what we do. Right, blah, 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 blah. Click through all of that. Yeah, and I'll just try and do the same thing as last time. So first off, we get weird German guy talking to a tramp. I can't remember what the in-jokes were. Blah, blah, blah. That looks like a sexual egg whisk. I think we decided last time.
I'm going to get deja vu all the way through this. Exactly. Drunken haze coming back to me.
I'm literally going to speed run it. You watch it. This is the speed run version.
I did have a look at this a little bit earlier, and it's unskippable for a certain part of it, so we just have to kind of hack through it a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, for those who don't know, Thimbleweed Park, it's made by Ron Gilbert.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, who is also maybe mispronounced by us quite a lot. So he's the guy that worked with Tim Schafer on a whole bunch of the old awesome adventure games that you know and love, including Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle, Sam and Max. I believe he was involved with all of those, all the kind of golden era LucasArts stuff.
Sam and Max, isn't that Sierra?
No.
Oh, I'm just wrong.
I said that definitely, and then just a little bit more tentatively. Second time, so. Right, anyway, so yeah, basically this was crowdfunded. It's not brand new. It came out a little while ago, but it's newly free on the Epic Store. So if you've got the Epic Store, which you probably do because you all love Fortnite so much,
I'm not sure it's still free.
I fly halfway around the world
because there's something like Slime Rancher or something is free now. So I don't know if they're doing a weekly free game or whatever, but. If this is still free, definitely get it. It's been fun so far, even though we've been talking bollocks over it.
The long walk out here.
Right, so I've still got to do all the open stuff. So you get all these are called verbs down in the left. So you basically choose what to do. Like I'm going to talk to a guy called Willie.
I am supposed to meet someone down here. Have you seen
Right, just before we get into the game fully, just going to read through the who's chatting. We've got 32 ATS, Andrew Steen, Dragon Botherer, Epizoan, Gola 19, Hockey Rup, Jackwood, Joanna Wanna, Nightcap, Reckless Rex, That Shuffle Chap, alright Andy, Vandal, and Wabsilis. Hey Andy, you're right, dude.
Right. Is that more or less off-putting when someone's literally sat next to you?
Much more off-putting.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Right. Anyway, apart from that, I've got a sneaking suspicion this is Richard because, as you see, this hand Sainsbury's Kentucky bourbon.
I do own a Trilby and a Mac, and obviously a lot of Sainsbury's bourbon.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, so basically, what you do here.
Turn off the light to let them know I'm here.
Again, I'm in turbo mode, so you have to pick up the rock.
I wonder if I can use this rock to put out the light.
Rock to smash the light. So you do that. Go on then. See, not only he's turned up and he's already wrecked the place.
Now for step 4.
Right, anyway, moving on. Again, there's a load of stuff we could be doing, but instead, if he goes over here, walking through the bush, all of a sudden, he gets murdered by the shadow of the beast.
Oh man, I love that game.
And that was the intro. That was, so by last week's stream, we're at least 45 minutes in by now.
But yeah, we had done a lot of bullshit at that point,
yeah. So anyway, part 2. That guy turns into Spock.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
See, this is what I meant. See, so he's turned into Spock. I don't know why or how. Maybe there'll be a Star Trek movie about it at some point. So we're now in control of these 2 characters. One on the left is Agent Ray.
So tell me again why you're here.
I was assigned to the case by the Home Office
That's
in
right,
Albuquerque.
Yeah. The guy, you can explain the guy on the right.
Home Office in Albuquerque.
Well, isn't it Agent Mulder or something like that? He's got a weird little cum shudder. If you watch his shoulders every so often, it's this little telltale sign. Seems to be filling his pants all the time. I didn't realise that Spock's nose is absolutely broken and smashed as well. It kind of looks like an upside down gonzo nose.
Take a lot of notes. Sit back and learn. And I'll wrap up this case, and we can both get the hell
and he doesn't have any he doesn't have a belt. He's always holding his trousers up.
I'll take that as a compliment,
there might be
Agent
some
Reyes.
weird
It's how it was intended.
I'm sure it was.
Well, yeah, there's
Let's
already a
photograph the
few
victim
little turns
and head
because
into town to talk to the
it
local
turns
sheriff.
out both of these
The body is
sound
starting to
pretty guilty.
pixelate.
So we haven't really worked anything out.
Starting to pixelate.
We will stop talking over it.
This is going to be a
Well,
long
right, anyway,
presuming most of you were here for this last week and had seen all of this, so
what I will point out, so this is Ray Ray's notebook. As you can see, there's something not quite right. She's trying to fit up the other guy and use the body to cover some sort of other minor. If we go over to Agent Quiver and have a look at his notebook. Oh no, look at Agent Quiver's notebook, and it's the same thing. He's up to something as well, so they're all up to something here. I don't like. Basically, we don't like him very much because obviously we're going to be on Ray's side. That's pretty obvious. Right. Anyway, so
he looks shifty as well. That's the thing. I'm not sure if he's meant to look shifty or not. I guess so because they've already planted the seed of like something's not quite right. That's right, there was something hidden in these bushes.
Yeah,
Whether you can't click it till a bit later, because we have to come back, don't we?
No, I think we just did come back because we were idiots. Right, walk to the
We should go find the sheriff.
Yeah, shut up. Right, right, okay, screw that then. Alright, we'll go back. So the things that I can do, I can get the Kentucky bourbon bottle, which as you can see is now here. Let's pick that up. We should have actually run a stopwatch for this. Because it was, what, 3.5 hours of streaming last time?
Yeah.
Right, now, if I go over to
I think we better take a photo of that body before it pixelates any further.
He can give the film to
Sure,
Ray.
I'll
This
carry your
this took a
crap.
bit of time working out the camera thing, didn't it?
Now, we can
It's a sample package of
use
Polaroid film.
Polaroid film
It
from
only
the camera,
contains one photo.
and then
So-
we can use the camera on Spock.
Just
There
to
you
let
go.
people know, we're starting over again just because
Smile.
we started the last game on hard mode. It was just a bit of a head fuck trying to do
We've been
about
male,
50 things
approximately
together.
40
So
years old.
we're just
Looks like
speed
he's been
running
in the
this
water
bit
for
to get to
24
where we
hours.
were. We
You can
weren't very
tell
far
by the
through it, so
pixelation
we
around the
shouldn't be
nose.
long.
Yeah,
Neck.
there's not that much to this.
Let's see here. There's no wallet in his pockets,
Oh, is she?
but I found a card, possibly a key card from a hotel.
What?
Now we can head into town and find
we
the
didn't
local
get that
sheriff.
last time. Okay, so basically it's the same game, but we're just getting some extra clues. Right, anyway, Ray can go, and right, now we can disappear. So we gotta go into town, speak to the sheriff, do a couple of things, and then we'll be back to normal. And yeah, we can walk into we can start doing all of our bollocks.
Ah, yeah. So this is the stuff we're going to get now. A load of crap up on the screen every so often.
There we go. Right, off we go. This way. Talk to the weird chicken. Oh no. Okay.
Oh, the pigeon dudes.
Yeah. Pigeon dickheads. There we go.
Signals are very strong tonight.
What signals?
The signals. Signals are very strong tonight.
Why are you dressed like a giant pigeon?
We're the Pigeon Brothers.
Something
Connie.
about these,
I'm
like it's
Beth.
just really
That's my
odd.
sister Emily.
I don't know if
Hi there.
it's an old
But remember,
joke from these
signals
sorts
are
of
very
games.
strong
I've had a
tonight.
thought about these. I'm sure they're the same voice actresses that played the guards in Broken Age.
Okay, that makes sense because they do use, or what's his name? Tim Schafer
What
does reuse
brothers,
a lot of
if you're
things. So
sisters?
I guess
Dad was
Ron
expecting to have
Jeremy's going
sons.
to do the
When
same.
he was too cheap to have
So
the
if
dam
anyone's
repainted,
played, if anyone's
serious
played
wrongs
Broken
got
Age,
police
it's kind of
dead.
towards the end
Oh,
of the
see. Shut up, Emily.
girls'
Signals are very strong tonight.
story, where she goes and basically finds a spaceship and they're guarding it, and I'm sure it's the same actresses, and it's not exactly the same characters, but
Yes, you already said that.
it's very,
But what
they just sound
signals?
very similar.
I'm just
I
screwing
should
with you.
Google it, but I
Dark
haven't.
night, deserted road.
So there
Me
they
in a
go
giant
to
pigeon
like
costume?
kooky
It
female
was too
double
good to
act
pass up.
actresses.
Right, yeah, yeah.
The signals are strong
I
tonight.
can imagine they're going to keep
Very
popping up at
strong.
random times and it'll be, oh, the pigeon times.
I think I've had enough of you.
brothers.
I need to find the
Pigeon
sheriff and
Pigeon
solve the
class,
murder.
PT.
Nice talking to you too.
Right, anyway, they don't really do anything,
Beep.
or anything we discovered. They might be vital to the plot, but I'm just trying to do what I did last time. Oh, I picked that up as well. Did that last time. Right now, right. Yeah, start off pigeons. Right, so we
cemetery, there was flowers
We
there.
should go,
wasn't
Yeah,
there?
I'm
we
literally
should
going
go find the sheriff. We should go find the sheriff. We should go find the
Oh,
sheriff.
no.
We should go find the sheriff.
I think we should go find the sheriff.
I want to do that a bit more. That's the problem with Ray. She's so sassy sometimes.
Too sassy for her own good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, this was something that happened. Again, we can actually like time code it on the other stream and be like, right, we're 5 minutes in, but we're really 1 hour and 30.
I was going to say, I think we're about an hour in by this point, so this is why we're rerunning this quickly.
Wait for me.
Oh, I thought we lost it. Right.
No, so we're at the town now. We had been to the cemetery by now, so I guess there's certain routes
let's
through.
look at. So this is hint
It
flyers.
says, need help playing Thimbleweed Park. Call the fully automated Hinttron 3000.
There you go. All right. So,
Hint
so basically, we can bring that when we're stuck, which will be in a minute. Oh yeah, here's the sheriff.
Howdy, I'm the Thimbleweed Park Sheriff. I don't remember calling the
think,
Federinos.
the guy went
That's
to
what
the
you
cemetery,
are,
so I
feds.
guess the game's
Hard to
blocking
miss
her
the government
do it
issue
for
suits.
some reason.
Damn
just
straight,
can't
we're the
remember
feds.
the order in which we did stuff.
Whoa! Hold your horse-arinos. No need to get snippy. Looks like you heard about our little murder-reno out by the bridge, huh?
There is nothing little about murder, sir.
Ignore him. He's new.
No sense in
This is
wasting
all a bit
everyone's
crazy
time
the first
reading.
time round, but I
This
just kind
cutscene
of
is
want to
starting to
skip
get
this all
long,
now.
and it's only gonna get longer. Let's find the coroner and get you on your way. Wrestling starts at 8.
I hope he's talking about on TV.
Ah, right, okay.
The coroner is waiting for you in his office. Come see me when
Yeah,
you're done. I apologize.
We must have been
to Reno
fucking
for
around
all
for
the
ages
lights
on
being
that
off.
street because
We don't stay open as long
this
as
is
city slickerinos
about
do at night.
midstream now, isn't
Even
it?
for a murder?
What is the time? Yeah,
Especially
we're
Less than half an hour. isn't it, almost
Well,
all that?
we started about 10
That
past, so
makes
this is
no
20
sense.
minutes.
Are we authorized to shoot people arenos?
Right, anyway, yeah. I'll just let her have a little cry on the fountain. Oh, that made her feel better. Right, anyway, let's go in there. Use the door.
Howdy
Oh,
who,
Christ.
I'm the Thimbleweed Park coroner. Welcome to the future who.
Oh, this is very
Oh,
expensive
these are
on
the
machines.
latest in crime-fighting
Well,
computers
yeah, I
made
think we
by
might have missed a
Billowtronics
couple of
Inc.
things.
This is all
last time
probably
here.
pretty advanced, even for the Fedahoos.
So the face
Oh,
needs...
do enlighten
oh,
us.
God.
Ooh, I love your sarcastic humor, Who, Agent Ray.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
do
humor.
too. We love Ray.
There you go again.
Ray
We're
Ray.
interested in any help your computers can give us. They look marvelous.
Yes, happy to explain. So happy to explain, Who.
Get on with
Yeah,
it.
you might want to take notes.
Already on it.
Alright,
Tell us
let's
about
just
the
go through it. We got to
Bloodtron
look
3000.
This is the Bloodtron 3000.
So
Put
have we
two
got any
bloody
items with
objects
blood
in
on
and
it?
it will match the
don't
blood
think we
type,
have
printing
yet,
out a
have we?
report to Who.
No, but we can go back and get the chainsaw and the thing we bobbed in.
Tell us about the Fingertron 3000.
Right, Reno,
Richard's
the
favourite
Fingertron 3000.
I can recycle jokes
Fingerprint
from last
registry of known criminals and
It's
a
alright, guys. I'm
fingerprint
just
from the
working
murder
late on the
weapon on
Fingertron
fingerprint
3000.
tape, and
I'll
it
lock
will
her.
do a match a Who.
Yeah, there you go. So that one, that was a lot of stuff. You need a register of everyone's fingerprints and a fingerprint from a weapon that's got a fingerprint on it on the fingerprint tape. So
Right,
that's
yeah.
like a whole pyramid of Ron Jeremy puzzles that we're going to need to work through.
Bloody Ron Jeremy.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell us about the Facetron 3000.
The Facetron 3000. Or, as I like to call it,
Let me guess. The face areno?
no, that's what the
I
sheriff called
felt
it.
like some
You
canned laughter
city
should have
Volca
happened
who
when she said that.
crack me up. Just insert 2 pictures of an individual and it will verify a positive match.
Right, anyway, so we can
Fascinating.
go
Yeah,
there.
let's just get going. Well, I'm
I
glad
think
you
we've heard enough.
paid attention with the finger.
This is all very
the
impressive,
Fingertron.
sir. It is
didn't realise you
You were
hours of
just
our
off.
investigation.
Imagining Richard's
And go see the sheriff in his office for a full explanation of the amazing Arrestron 3000. I have some paperwork to do, Who. Oh,
So the
almost
gist is-
forgot. These Tron machines are fully voice activated, so if you need any information, just talk to them. It's like we're living in the futuristic year of 2017.
Get on with it, mate. Jesus.
Right, anyway, so the gist is...
I hate this town.
Let's investigate these Tron machines, then go see the sheriff and get out of here.
Oh, his book's wiggling. Does it always wiggle?
Where?
Just down here.
Oh, that's something, isn't it? Yeah, so this is basically all the stuff we need to do. Find ID for the victim, that'll be worth it.
That's right. We have to
So
go
that
back to
was-
the body and get the swab. I remember doing that before.
Yeah, so we
Find
can do the
ID.
rest of stuff, yeah. There we go, so we got a little checklist. So we got a quest when we're on it. Right, now we go to speak to the sheriff again.
Hello again, Agent Arenos. Hopefully the coroner filled you in on our state
Main
of the
thing
art
is,
of
before
Reno
you think
computers.
about it, we're not allowed to eat the donuts. We've really tried last week.
The coroner said something about the arrestron?
Yes, the Arrestron 3000. The last step in a fully computerized Reno arrest. The final link in the chain of
this
a
really is a drag
guaranteed
the second time
Reno.
around.
Every detail of
Don't worry,
Reno
we're like
analyzed
80%
and verified by...
Well,
Do this.
Moving
Pop back to
on.
the.
I was
Right,
gonna say we
sorry,
have to go
Reno,
back to that
I get carried
tunnel
away
and we get a
sometimes.
chainsaw from there.
This is the big bad boy of Reno you've been
I
hearing
can't
about.
remember something
The
else we have to
Arrestron
do.
3000.
Well, we have to get a blood
Just
swab.
feed 3
I think you
reports from other
find
Tron machines into
that
this,
thing
and
you
it
were
issues
tapping
a
around for.
100%
It
Reno
should
valid
suddenly
arrest
spawn now,
warrant.
and then
Yeah,
we'll
these
pick up a
machines are the
chainsaw for
reason
some
we
reason.
need only one law enforcement officer of
it's always
Reno.
good to have a
Chuck
chainsaw.
said the computers will soon put us all out of
So
work.
anyway, blah blah
allowing
blah,
for a
Reno.
full
The gist
life of
is
luxury.
we need to fill all the other 3 machines out, and
Yeah.
then we get the results from that. Put it in this one. So I have to ask about
Chuck?
Sadly, Chuck passed away a few days ago. There was a big service out at the cemetery of
Okay.
Reno. Oh, the entire town showed up, which isn't surprising for the hero of Thimbleweed
So that's why
County.
there's the flowers
We'll
up at
talk
the-
more
the
about Chuck
cemetery now.
later. I need to run to Reno and check on a disturbance call out at the old circus. Probably that stupid clown of Reno again.
So this is interesting.
Looks like
so
we
there
need to
are,
go talk to
there
the
are a
rest of
couple
the
of
weirdos
changes
that
from
live
the
in this
original.
town.
Yeah.
We should split up.
So they're
It
giving
will
us
be
a bit
faster.
more, and they're
You
kind of
cooling your
telegraphing
heels in the
it.
local diner
Yeah.
would also
Yeah,
make
yeah.
things
So
go
we didn't know
faster.
about Chuck last
If we
time. Or
follow
maybe we
agency
were
questioning
mid-round.
protocol, this shouldn't take
That
long.
is possible that we've just
Could be.
totally missed it.
Just don't mess anything up. I want to get out of here as fast as possible.
Agreed.
Yeah, anyway, right.
So we have to go back now, I think, don't we?
Yeah, we'll nip
Back to the
back.
start.
Because, yeah, that's right. Because we went back to try and take another picture and then realised we didn't have the film. Because we used all the Polaroid film already. But what we can do is pick up the items that we got last time. So we're pretty much going to be on exactly the same footing that we were. And then we can get into the features.
Yeah, well then we don't we end up, I think if you hold down.
Oh yeah,
it.
that's right. If you hold down, see Power Walls. Right.
Ah, finally.
So
we
now,
got it.
yeah, now we're motoring. Look at that. Look at that.
Man, she's a hell of a speed walker.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to do it uphill though, lazy. Come on. Where are you going? So this, you have to go all the way through the bloody cemetery. And then what? And then just to get some flowers that I don't even know if we need. It's just that we had them last time. That's
Do
the
the-
full extent. Of
Imagine these games have the odd red herring in them, so you're carrying around crap in your inventory that you don't need for a while. So I wonder if we might have some of that at some point. Like, for example, the beer can.
Right. Anyway, pick up flowers.
Flowers always die. I'd rather leave these to rest in peace.
Right, all the way back. This is going to take a while. Talk amongst yourselves.
Can you hang on 2 secs? Can I drive a second? People are saying the game sound is a bit high.
Oh no, you're behind the curve.
No, you won't see this. I've sorted out with the help of Castaway DC if he's watching. So I've knocked the sound down a little bit. Let me know if it's any better.
Cool. Right. This is the longest, just kind of pointless walk you can possibly do. We're very nearly there, Viewingtons, and then we'll lift our bollocks ban. Start talking bollocks again. We know that's why you're here, really. Right, anyway.
For the bollocks.
Needlessly long path. There's no reason.
That's got to be a dev like joke. Surely they've just made it a wacky long path to annoy you.
Right, and then I'm just going to leg it back to the crime scene. There you go, speed walking. That's it, make those hips work. Have I gone too far? Oh, there you go. I like the sound on this game, like the music and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it looks great as well.
There's Spock with his broken nose.
So this is where you found something in the undergrowth. I can't remember what it was. Was it the chainsaw? There's something. Oh no, sorry, it was a firefly. But I'm sure.
Freshly cut.
Oh, what's that?
Freshly cut.
Pick up.
That's just the edge of the block.
Dragma. Look at Dragma. Oh, what's that? Right, so I've got to figure out.
I don't want to pick that up.
Look at the sewer.
That's disgusting. Better take a deep breath.
Pick up.
I don't want to pick that up.
Pick up. Where was it? We found it was kind of a weird thing.
I don't.
Yeah, it was a bit of a fluke that you found it, but I'm sure it was in the bushes.
I'm sure it was.
We couldn't see anything.
Here at this huge rock
but yeah, I wonder if there's a trigger. Like, you know, we've got to do something and it will spawn it there.
Yeah. There were
there you
signs
go.
of a struggle here. This is clearly a drag mark. The victim was obviously knocked out here, then dragged over to the stream. I don't see any blood, so I think he was actually killed in the water.
Where is it? I don't get why. I don't think it was this far back.
Oh, it might. Here's the problem though. They might have just cut it out. It might be part of some convoluted set of clues that we just don't need to worry about this time.
Ah, right, yeah.
Right, I'm going to assume that because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered to look for it anymore. So the final thing. Oh, there's something to pick up. Yeah, it's only cartridge. Right. I'll pick that up. And now, so now basically, apart from a couple of items that are different between the two of them, we're pretty much where we were.
Well, no, because we end up going down the sewers, don't we? One of them gets knocked out.
I was going to show you rather than say.
Well, I think the majority of people have watched this already, so... Oh, can we nick stuff out there?
No, I tried it last time. But...
Don't touch our Wrenchtron 3000. Only someone like me with the proper training can handle it.
I know clearly there's going to be a puzzle to fix that, to stop the water so that we can go down that alley and into the shop. So that'll be something to look at later. In the meantime though, I went here because it was neon. I'm like a fly, I get attracted to buzzing lights. Went there, Shadow of the Beast, again. Shadow of the Beast 2. That was. It was the sequel.
Man, I love that game.
And now, right.
I would say we should do a playthrough of that, but it's fucking hard. It's so fucking hard.
Look, let's be honest, you're not in love with Shadow of the Beast 2, you're in love with the intro to Shadow of the Beast 2.
That's very true, but it's got...
It's just because it was the first ever cutscene. I really like...
It's got an aesthetic to it that gives me the kind of, like... what's the guy designed aliens? Geiger? H.R. Geiger. It doesn't look like it, but it's got that kind of like sentiment to it.
I don't want to hear him say that.
Is he actually drinking or is he?
I don't know. Right, let's just walk away. Pull your trousers up, man. Right, so we're stuck with the man we don't like on the outside and Ray on the inside.
I don't know. I've kind of warmed to him. I kind of like him a bit more than Ray. I think it's mainly.
How dare you?
Well, I think it's mainly. Right. That made my teeth chatter.
Right, now do a shot.
I think.
Do a shot.
Okay.
Do a shot.
I think mainly because he looks like Mahoney from the Police Academy. I think that's why I like it.
No, this has been bugging me. Oh, you are doing a shot. Nice.
It's like a weird kind of Flinch Stockholm syndrome reaction now.
Yeah. But,
do a shot, Arco.
Nice. It's for your own good. It got on top of me by the end of the stream last night.
I was
just being pissed.
Yeah, I was very pissed. I think you'll find. I was very pissed last night. I think you'll find.
Good man. Next one. Let me video it. And then oh, it's still going. Beautiful.
That's a bit too much.
Oh,
I needed 2 gulps.
It's a proper gurn face you do then as well. Right, anywho, right. So we're basically where we were, so we can start with the features now, and we can just start playing.
Well, we've got a bit of rummaging around to do in the sewers first.
But
so.
we can just crack on really, can't we?
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab my phone because it's easier to do. Look at messages. Comments on there. So 2 seconds.
Fair enough. So, what it took us about 40 minutes to figure out last time is that in a minute we'll be able to switch between the two. Let's push the door. I didn't even go in this last time. So this is all new gameplay. I literally...
Welcome to the S&D Diner. Hey, just so you know, that article in the Thimbleweed Nickel about botulism was a smear job. So, what can I do for you, honey?
What I want to know is what is going on with that guy in the back. You see him? Look, up here. Tell me he's... Right, Mungie.
What's going on?
There's a guy in the back. He keeps setting fire to his balls and then slapping them with like a meat tenderizer. Look, he's fine. Ah!
Well, that's why old Cumquiver guy goes in there, I think. Probably got
They've got the same haircut. Do you think they're related?
Could be. It could be the twist.
Old
Cumquiver's got singed nuts, and that's why he's always quivering.
Yeah, because he's got 3rd-degree burns. And the thing is, like the ball sack, it's quite wrinkly and sort of distorted. It's not like a smooth peach of a.
Well, mine is. I don't know what you've done to yours.
Just old age and abuse and smacking it and setting it on fire.
Well, you should have learnt a lesson
to it as well. Look here, he's like, yeah, my balls are on fire. No, they're not. Oh, they're on fire again. Yeah, no. Because it's not cooking anything. There's no right. Anyway,
okay, you're being transfixed, BJ. I think you should move on.
Right.
Forget about the singed bollocks.
Oh, they won't go out.
You said you wanted this to be a bollocks heavy stream at the start or something.
No, I was saying we were going to
get your bollocks out. Was that? Please don't. This room's too small for me, you, and your bollocks in here.
Yeah, I know they are. I do have a pair of leviathans.
Yeah, especially when you get them out, they inflate.
Yeah. And then we'll all be pinned against the walls. Right, what are you trying to do on your phone anyway?
Just look at messages, it's easier than my laptop, plus that laptop clicks a lot, so...
Right, anyway, so while you're finding some messages, I am going to...
Okay, remember to speak into the microphone.
Sheriff? He's kind of weirderino.
Stealing it.
Yeah, he's kind of a nut job, but nothing compared to
You're
the
ducking
coroner.
away from it.
This whole town has gotten downright weird in the last few
Can I
years.
move the monitor?
Cuckooville.
Yeah, the table's not fixed, so...
If I move the monitor, then I won't naturally be running away from the mic all the time.
Fair play. Okay, that's a bit better.
There we go. Alright, cool. So...
I'm a federal agent. Know anything about the dead body?
Not too much, just scuttlebutt from the morning breakfast crowd. And I don't want to get into trouble, especially with a crazy person like him.
You're not talking about me, are you?
See, he is crazy! Well, I want to go and speak. What's up?
What's up with this town? Most of the stores are abandoned.
Used to be the center of culture in the Tri-County area. Parties every night at the hotel. Celebrities visiting the Edmund Mansion. It was hard to not make money in those days.
Edward Mansion.
Of course, this was before my time. And since the pillow factory burnt down, the town is drying up faster than Dave's sex drive. Ain't that
poor
right,
Dave. Oh, so that's Dave.
Right!
Amazing.
There we go. So that explains it. So they're a couple. Obviously, they've fallen out of love. But she's probably reached that age in a woman's life where she's just moving on. She's not thinking about her baser sexual desires anymore. But Dave's still there. He's still got that kinky edge to him.
He
still
lights
needs
his nuts on fire every night.
And that's what he's resorted to. So she's giving him a little room in the back. That's it. That's his little sex dungeon, effectively. Right.
The coroner and the sheriff are the same person.
Well, there might be some resemblance around the eyes, but that's about it. The sheriff does this annoying a Reno thing, and the coroner does an annoying a who. It pretty much proves they're not the same person.
We're the feds. You can trust us. What else do you know?
Clearly, she's going to say something.
But you didn't hear this.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'd look into that crazy clown that lives out at the old circus.
Cool.
He's been out there
I want
since
to
the
go to
circus
the old
closed
circus.
Yeah.
down
Now
years
that
ago.
we haven't got
Never
to yet, have
takes
we?
his makeup off. He's got serial killer written all over him. It all happened about 9 or 10 years ago.
Oh, modern effects.
Ransom
Oh, we
the
didn't
Jerk
see this last
was
time.
the featured act at Stupendous
don't
Brothers
think.
Circus. He was about ready to go on stage and meet his well-earned doom.
Big night tonight. Full house after my raunchiest Tonight Show appearance. I really got Johnny good, that little jackwad. It's his own fault for not being able to take a joke. I better get ready to go on stage and insult the crap out of these
You're a
Thimbleweed
jackwad.
idiots. I just need to fix my hair,
Jackwad.
my makeup, and clown nose.
I'm remembering that.
Yeah,
I'm using that.
I've committed that
You
to
jackwad.
lexicon now. Jackwad.
Oh, nice. Now we're controlling him, look. What is going on? Oh, look, his whole trainer lead.
Wait a minute. Apparently, everyone's rebelling against Sainsbury's. I'm a bit unhappy about this. I don't know what that's about, but don't you spoil Sainsbury's for me. If I can't have Sainsbury's Kentucky bourbon, then Richie goes mad.
And when you do have said bourbon.
When I light my nuts on fire and put it out with a spatula, I feel the pain.
Right, let's open some stuff. And I'm gonna open I'm just gonna open everything, see if there's anything in there. Let's turn the tap on.
Am I drunk? Or, oh, because he's walking up and down the thing. It's all
there you
wobbling. Right. Okay.
Look at them. Walk to hint line. So it really does
It's
have
an
it.
IOU. I, Carney Joe, loan Ransom the clown $1,000 and will hold his joke book hostage until I gets paid.
Carney Joe? Someone? That sounds like something you should be remembering, Rich.
I'll do it.
Okay. Walk to oh!
Over Sacred
Dun,
safe.
dun, dun. Let's pull that down.
It came off the wall.
There you go. Let's open the safe.
I need a code. Oh no.
Oh, that's nice. Right, I'm gonna pick up
I
some
glued him to
trophies.
the table, so no
Oh,
one can
damn it!
Didn't you take the money?
No, I wanted to microwave his trophies, but I
Oh,
can't do that. Right, let's try and pick up the money. Right, cool.
Yoke.
Now, can I use
That doesn't
money?
seem to work.
Oh, piss off.
Why are you trying to microwave everything?
Use clown nose.
Ouch! That's tight. Glad I only have to wear it for a couple of hours.
Right, let's check
It's
this
an
IOU
IOU.
out.
Well, have a look at the
Ransom,
to-do
it's an
list
IOU.
that's wobbling. I think that's
Ransom
trying to
the
tell us
clown
that.
lost $1,000 to me, Carney Joe, and I will hold his joke book hostage until I gets paid.
I got to get
Alright.
paid.
Let's have a look at. Oh, what sort of doll?
It's a prototype Ransom the Clown doll. It's a perfect likeness of me. Well, maybe the nose is a bit too big.
Oh, I think he likes that doll too much. I think we've got another sexual perversion subplot emerging.
Have a look at his to-do list.
Oh yeah, it is actually shaking hands.
So you accidentally did one of them. Get my bleeping joke book back. Go see Carney Joe about getting my joke book back. Get my clown throw looking beeping great. Apply my beeping awesome clown makeup. Hasn't he got makeup on already? Go to the stage and insult.
We've got to do all this stuff, right?
Well, do we just go out?
I don't think we do any of this stuff. I think we just.
I think you got too stuck on trying to microwave stuff.
Ransom, I'm glad I caught you before you went on stage.
Autographs are $100.
Ransom, I'm your business manager and lawyer. I don't want your autograph.
Okay, 50 then.
I just wanted to let you know that your mistress is waiting at your house in Aspen. And your private jet is being fueled and ready to whisk you there when the show is over.
Animal says, "Oh, I like it when Rich goes mad."
Toddler rents the clown talking insult dolls.
Did you get the liability
Sainsbury's here isn't
waived?
allowed my money because their price is 3
assume all
times those of
liability when the
Aldi.
kids grow
Well,
up to be
yeah.
peoples.
It
But
depends what
what's
you get.
yeah? What's Aldi bourbon like though? I don't
And
think
also, I've got a counter argument to
fine.
that that I'll be
25
telling
bucks.
you about in my Easter egg roundup.
Okay. Andrew Stream's going to buy some Sainsbury's Kentucky bourbon. So if Robbie Sainsbury's is listening, that's one person I've managed to get buy alcohol from Sainsbury's. So you better start coughing up soon. Don't want to threaten Sainsbury's Robbie, but I think Sainsbury's Robbie, that's it. He's part of the Sainsbury's mafia, so you have to be a bit careful with him.
Backstage entrance. I just thought, right, so I'm trying to find the dude, but I don't know where he is. Walk to Midway. Carney Joe! There we go. Let's have a chat.
What did we have to do to him? Get your joke book off him.
We have to give him some money. He gives us a joke
Ransom the clown, asswipe.
Okay, you got my money ransomed, the asswipe clown? 1,000
Dun,
clams
dun.
and you're not getting your joke book back. Yeah, serves you right for playing the duckies.
Right.
I have your money, $1,000.
Oh!
It's
so
weird,
you
isn't it?
decided to
Beeping out
pay
swear
up.
words
Yeah.
kind of
here's your
has
money.
more effect
Now
than the
where's
actual
my
swear
junk
word.
Wait, are you messing with me? That's only $1,000 and you owe me $1,138, including the interest.
Yeah, thought you'd settle for less. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, yeah? Well, I choose to hang on to your joke book till I gets the full $1,138. Now, beggar off.
Beggar
Grand
off.
prize if you could shoot the hair off, ransom the clown.
Yes.
Here, take a shot at the target.
So you got to play a little game of tickle your ducks.
Let's have a go at, yeah, how do I actually shoot? So I can use...
Try your skill.
I can push. There's no guns.
Lots
I
of
want to do the
prizes.
shoot. Alright. This is all gone
Just shoot
completely
like a
weird.
man or a little girl.
Little goyle.
Little girl. Right. So we need to swipe.
It's fresh out of
When
that
it-
crappy
Pepperoni.
popcorn. Must be a huge crowd in the big top. Hey, it's not my job to push. Hey, it's not my job to push popcorn stands around. Against clown union
I'm
rules.
enjoying the clown bit. I think it's much better than Scolder and Mully.
Let's go around the back. Right, steal some money. Haha, there we go. Open the swear jar.
I can't open that.
Push it.
I
pick
can't
it up.
push that.
Pick it up.
I just take the big bucks.
Oh, empty
Did he?
swear jar.
Oh, nice. There you go then.
It's exactly $1,100.
There we go.
Da, 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 da.
He swiped my pepperoni.
Hey, he swiped my pepperoni.
There you go, I'll do fast walk again.
Nice.
No waiting, take a shot. You got my money,
you heard it,
ransom,
Rich,
the
take a
asswipe
shot.
clown.
I was going to make a drink, but we're not even an hour in. I can't get absolutely mortified shit-faced from the start. So the reference... Oh, fuck. There you go.
No, you don't need to spill
Bourbon
bourbon
everywhere.
Fucking everything.
I have your money. $1,000 plus interest.
Oh, so you decided to pay up.
Yeah, well, not much choice. Now where's my joke book?
Here, the jokes all suck. So how'd you get to be so famous with jokes like these?
Yeah? What do you know about being funny?
About as much as you do, which is nothing. Scram, Clowny. You're scaring the customer.
No, he didn't.
Come on over.
So the references so far I'm getting are Twin Peaks, The
Just
Simpsons,
shoot like a man or
and
a little girl.
what's Mulder and Scully?
X-Files.
X-Files.
No waiting, take a shot.
I'm wondering if the mansion, Mr. Mansion's mansion, I'm wondering if that's going to be a little
Manic
I can't
Mansion.
walk into
Yeah, that's what
like
I'm
a
thinking.
tuna-headed pleb.
Right,
I'm
let's
Ransom
go
the
round
Clown.
the back. Right, anyway, anything else? Let's ring someone.
We had those cheat line numbers, didn't we? I remember putting that in last time. Obvious.
Oh, it's ringing.
Hier ist das Reha-Brody-Sein. Mein Name ist Frank Boot und dies ist ein Anrufbeantworter. Zurzeit bin ich leider nicht erreichbar. Bitte hinterlasse mir Name und Rufnummer nach dem Piepton. Ich melde mich bald zurück.
Oh fuck, it's gone.
Right, no, let me
Dial
see.
it again.
Let me see.
We need to.
We're gonna have to jump out of the game for a second. I'm going into paint.net.
No, I can do it. I'll just take a picture of my phone.
Nah, but
okay.
There you go. I'm gonna Google that. Unless we have any Germans watching, you can just tell us what it was.
9.
I did do German for GCSE. I got an A in it, and I can't remember anything. So there you
got
go.
an A in German.
I got an A in German.
What's
So
your problem?
here is that. So here is the whatever that is. My name is Frank Boff. Frank Boff.
Frank Boff.
And this is a Rufenbergwater, and then you. Right. Let's try it. So the words I need to look up. Let's go for a bit of Google Translate. I can do this, can't I?
Yeah. I'm sure.
So for those who didn't work it out,
people on the stream will be able to tell us what.
Yeah, for people who didn't work it out, we put in the number 3232, and this is what came out. So therefore, it's got to be earth-shatteringly important. So let's go. So
Riabo. Designer Bureau.
So that must be Design Bureau, surely. Design. English. No, it's not. German. 100% that's German. German. Did you mean Riabo? Yeah, that's it. Hey, Riabo Design Office. So here is the Riabo. Right, so my name is Frank Boff, and this is a. I guess that means answer phone message, but I'll try it. Right, even though this has clearly not got any bearing on it, I'm going to treat this as if it's the most important clue from now on, because it's 32 related. Here is, answer. So, Amphibian Twater. The chat just there goes, shut up. Yeah, answering machine. Right.
Man, that's...
Site.
German is a real strange language.
I think that just means... So it is just saying I'm not here, but it's the Riabo Design Bureau. You remember that, Rich? Make sure you
what have I got to remember? Remember
all
we
of
wasted
that
a load of
German.
time translating.
Frank Boff is in.
Okay, Frank Boff is in an answering machine.
Frank Boff, and it's 32 related, so it's earth-shatteringly important. So Frank Boff is in an answering machine in Germany. I think if we go and rescue him, right? So we need to get to an airport.
What we could have done is just posted this on Twitter and asked someone to translate it, and then come
we've
back
done
to
it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, and something about him being bold as well.
Okay, in Zurich.
He's bold, yeah. Frank Boff. We should probably explain who Frank Boff is and why we're finding it amusing.
I can't remember what he used to do. I know that he does Meridian News. I think he's like the anchor for Meridian
like
News.
So this guy, he was kind of and this was a bit before even my time. It's like a 1970s, 1980s kind of TV anchor.
No, he was our time, but he looked like he was from.
Yeah. But either way, he was a presenter, a TV presenter, and all that. Did like sort of drive time radio and all that, I believe. But then what was it? He got caught by the tabloids running a sex dungeon.
What?
It was something that. How do you not know this?
Did
you just say, oh, Frank Boff?
Frank Boff Sex Dungeon.
Right.
Let's Google that, because we're broadcasting.
Was it? It's Bow, isn't it?
It's Frank Boff.
So, yeah, again, so imagine in whichever country you're in, if you're in England, imagine Philip Schofield or someone like that. If you're in another country, just imagine, like, you know, the most vanilla sort of daytime TV host. And then something to do with that coming out. Oh, you? No,
trying to tweet a
Sex Dungeon.
No, just play the game. This happened last time. We don't need to Google Frank Boff.
We need to Google Frank Boff.
I'll put a picture on Twitter.
I'm casting aspersions here on his good name. No. For all we know, he could be the one of however many people are watching here. If that's you. Tell us press F to be Frank Boff.
Hang on, I'm getting a call from our lawyers, I think. Hello?
Is that lawyer?
PJ's doing what to us? Fuck, okay, we're being sued by Frank Boff now, I'm afraid.
No!
Move on!
No, this is why you need to research, Richard. You're the one with your phone. Just Google Frank Boff Sex Dungeon.
There's internet on my computer as well. I'm trying to
I'm sure it was him. I'm sure there was something to do with him and Sex Dungeons. And, I'm not getting him mixed up with Max Mosley. He was a different type of Sex Dungeons. It's kind of a common theme.
Christ. Okay. He's a retired English TV broadcaster. He's best known as the world's foremost sex dungeon owner.
Okay. See, there you go. Max Mosley knew nothing.
Who the fuck's Max Mosley?
Oh, fucking hell. You miss all the best guys. So he was basically the head of Formula One, or like the number 2 in Formula One.
Oh, isn't that weird little guy with round glasses?
No, that's Bernie Eccleston.
Bernie Eccleston.
So
what about his sex dungeon?
Bernie Eccleston doesn't, as far as I know, have a sex dungeon.
Okay.
Who knows? There might be injunctions out there. I don't know. But
what am I Googling about Frank Boff? We need to put this to bed, or to dungeon. I've not found anything about him having a sex dungeon. Are you sure it's a sex dungeon?
Wow.
Sex dungeon.
Sex dungeon.
Frank Boff jumped to sex scandal.
There you
sex
go.
And drugs.
There you go.
This makes him better if he's got a sex and drugs scandal. In 1988, Boff was sacked by the BBC when he became mired in a sex and drugs scandal, which involved taking cocaine and wearing lingerie at sex parties. Frank Boff!
Fucking hell, mate!
Right. Now, if you all want to...
30 years ago!
If you want to refer...
the programme, Richard!
If you want to refer to the picture I put on Twitter of him, and then you'll be able to see what he looks like.
Yes, it was BBC Sport, wasn't he? But, yeah, anyway, so
he got over that, because he was famous post that, wasn't he? He's been famous for years.
Well, it's like the Max Mosley thing. Like, yeah, he was tying up prostitutes in nasty outfits, but there's nothing inherently illegal about that.
What, taking drugs?
Oh, were drugs involved?
Yeah, he was doing cocaine and putting ladies' lingerie on, so...
Wow.
I can't say fair play to him, to be honest.
Ledge.
So,
right.
Anyway, what was that about Max Mosley as well? Why is he involved?
Oh, I did it wrong. Right.
Well, you obviously have to do 69 as well.
Right, anyway. 32.
Back to this fucking thing again. Why do you want to know this?
Look, just to prove to everyone. Look, my name is
Michael Caine. Frank Boff,
It's Frank Boff. So Frank Boff is involved. So there's got to be some sort of sexual angle to it. In Germany,
right.
Tied to the 32. These are all the facts that start to coalesce.
We're getting Frank Boff down on this now. I think we should just move on.
Oh, what a legend! Right, anyway,
what a legend.
Right.
So there's a load of crap on his desk that we could probably pick up.
What, Frank Boff's desk?
Frank Boff's desk.
Never pick anything up.
Never rummage through Boff's desk.
Right. I wonder if we could put the clown hat on.
Well, we needed to do something to his clown throw, didn't we?
Oh yeah, let's do. Oh,
Can he not
hair
just...
gel? There we go. Use hair gel.
Would you gel your fro? Oh, he's got... Oh.
Ooh, my cloud fro looks great now.
Oh, nice. Have a look at the old...
Goddamn makeup.
Oh, we picked it up.
Now there's the face I love.
Right, let's have another look at the old list then. We're rattling through them now.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
So we just need to get on stage then.
Yeah. Let's go and do some staging.
Hello, faces. I'm Ransom, the insult
I wish you could remove the beeps. I wonder if we've got it on kiddie safe mode or something. What's Stripey t-shirt guy doing? Jesus.
Oh, no, they're all out.
Look at guy on the right with the tash, though.
Oh,
he stopped moving. Like, now you've highlighted him.
He's got his legs crossed as well. he's trying to restrain himself. Oh, look. There's Day of the Tentacle. Let's see what else we can notice in the crowd.
There's got to be something about the two zombie nurses and
there's
stuff.
Someone Arena.
Oh, Arena, yeah. What about these two zombie doctor and nurse? They look like they're out of Summit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I didn't, I can't really remember. Oh, he did. Is he in this game? Did we see him last time?
No,
but
I don't think
this
so.
one here, anyway, apart from Where's Wally, like, if you look at his face, he looks like one of those kids that would give you shit at school. You know what I mean? If there were some kids being bullied, he's one of the ones doing the bullying. Yeah. Just look at his face. His face is creepy little shite. He needs to get slapped a bit more as a kid.
Okay, well, maybe we will.
Maybe we will. Right, anyway, what are we going to say?
You guys love that pillow factory. It's the lamest claim to fame a town has ever had.
So we needed to do something with the
New
pillow
York has the
factory,
Statue
didn't
of
we?
Liberty, and Thimbleweed
My
Park
memory
has
is
a
fucking
pillow
shocking, isn't it?
factory.
No, again last time.
Something of Dave at the pillow factory. Wasn't it Dave at the pillow factory?
Dave the hero. No. When last week it was all a lot more kind of in the shadows a little bit. It was like, oh yeah, there used to be a pillow factory and there was a fire there and all that.
Yeah.
But we didn't bother doing this bit. You're a bunch of inbred freaks.
You're all a bunch of inbred freaks. Don't try to deny it.
Oh my god. Vandals on the Sambuca. Watch out for Sambuca, man. I hate that stuff.
IQ, the weird speech patterns, the same ugly
and look at Reckless Rex saying, did they do 6969? No, he didn't. I asked for it, but PJ was transfixed with this Frank Boff and German debacle.
Look, we've uncovered. I feel the central pillar of the entire mystery
dungeon
is that Frank Boff is it's clearly like a front company. Like this, what was it? It was some sort of design agency or something. Design bureau.
It's design bureau.
It was a
sex dungeon.
Yeah, so that's really it. It's like when gentlemen's clubs, they don't say like sexy women with their norks out. It's like
they say,
come in for a chat.
Come into Frank Boff's sex dungeon. Yeah, I mean answering machine. I mean design bureau.
To be honest though, if you were Frank Boff, like if you get to that point, you can't anchor bloody BBC Sport and do like fucking like match of the day anymore and talk about how Tottenham get on, can you? You're famous for sex dungeons, but you're famous for it. And as they say, no publicity is bad publicity. I reckon what he did is he took his severance pay from the BBC and he just went full in. He was like, right, people know me for it. They know that if Frank Boff's the sex dungeon chain is coming to a town near you, you're gonna know the scene of quality. You're gonna be interested. You know, it's the perfect time to launch your own brand.
I would love it to find out that he's now running a string of underground sex dungeons.
I think we found one. I think he's not been.
What would he call it? Like Boff's Bordello.
Oh my God, Richard!
Shag until you boff.
Biff Baff Boff.
Biff Spaff Boff. Oh, yeah.
Big bad boy Boff. Boff Palace.
Right, we're getting sidetracked by Boff sex dungeons again. So,
I can't can't believe you didn't know about the sex dungeons.
I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, but, you know, that was... You know,
I've only ever
10.
I've only ever known of
it kind of
him
went
because
over
of
my head.
like the boff like part of his name. I was getting him mixed up with
Days of Life.
No.
Michael Porter.
I can't think of his name now. So yeah, the Meridian news anchor.
Oh, but yeah, you're getting him mixed up with the guy that used to present How To with Carol Vorderman.
No, that's Terry Nutkins.
No, not Terry Nutkins.
Carol Vorderman was on Countdown, not that.
No.
Michaela Strachan.
No, you're now getting How To mixed up with the Really Wild Show.
Oh shit.
How To was on. It was on Channel 3, and it was that guy. And I believe his name is Fred something.
Yes.
And I wanted to say Fred Durst. That'd be incredibly hilarious. No. So his name was Fred something. He was on that, and then he disappeared for ages, and still our region started getting Meridian News, and then he popped up. So for all I know, he's been doing that for the last 15 years. Fred Dinage, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Fred Dinage. So he's a news
Who has
anchor.
the best head ever.
Yeah, he was awesome on How To back in the day, and as far as we know, there's no sex dungeon related misdemeanors that have been perpetrated.
So, in
by
your
him.
league
He's
table
just a guy.
of balding old men, basically Frank Boff's winning.
Well, clearly.
I would love it if Fred Dinage and Frank
yeah,
Boff
no,
had a sex dungeon fight. They both put ladies' lingerie on and had a mud wrestle. I would die a happy man.
Had some coach-fueled Nazi sex sessions.
We're bringing Nazis into this now.
No, Max Mosley brought the Nazis.
Who is Max Mosley?
Ah, right, okay. So for the second time, he's the guy that's not Bernie Eccleston, like old Harry Potter-alike guy. He's the second in command, or he used to be.
Right.
And basically, I think it was The Sun or someone did this massive expose of him about all his Nazi. It was Nazi-themed prostitution, torture, drug-fueled sex parties that he used to do, kind of like, because you know in Formula One they have a race every 2 weeks. So this is what he'd get up to on his off weekend, you know, when he had nothing.
Nazi sex dungeons.
Yeah, Nazi sex dungeons.
Right.
So basically there was this massive scandal. He basically tried to get the media blacked out. He took all of the UK media to court and he lost because freedom of speech is a thing, you fucking moron. Right. But then he got one part of it upheld. And this is the genius bit. It was that the Sun had to issue an apology because it wasn't a Nazi prostitution, torture, drug-fueled sex dungeon. It was just a prostitution, sex-fueled, torture dungeon, and it wasn't Nazi uniforms.
Right.
It was just Nazi-esque leather uniforms. So that was the retraction that the Sun had to make. They just had to say Nazi-ish from then on.
My brain's starting to boggle. There's a lot of sex dungeons. There's a lot of 70s presenters, which is a dodgy area to enter into anyway.
Yeah, no, all of these are fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's, fine legally.
What sex dungeon? I suppose you can have a sex dungeon.
There's nothing wrong with, if it's all consensual and it's all adults, there's nothing wrong with a sex dungeon.
Yeah. Carry on with your sex dungeons,
yeah.
Apparently. We should keep playing this game. You've sidetracked me with 70s presenters. Right.
Look, in 2 minutes of gameplay, and there we are discussing sex dungeons again.
It's because you made me done how many shots now?
Do you remember that sex museum we went to in Amsterdam?
Yeah, that was weird.
And it was just like weird masks that people used to wear in the 17th century.
Cock nose masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you wear a mask with a cock nose to shove up a lady? It boggles my brain.
Well, it depends how many ladies are involved.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think of that, yeah. Okay, no, shut up. Hey, you dude with the stupid moustache.
Hey, you dude with the stupid mustache.
No,
you look like Magnum P.I. A 70s porn star called. He wants his mustache back.
Oh, he's crying! Oh, listen. Or is he... I don't know. What is he doing?
I don't know. Wanking.
Yeah. He's wanking.
Everyone else is settled down, but he's just going crazy with his wanking hand for some reason. Hey, you kid with a crappy wheelchair.
You, ugly old lady with the hairy mole.
Oh, no, clicked on the other
your
one.
parasitic twin? Whatever it is, I hope you bought a separate ticket. Because if it's big enough to ride the roller coaster by itself, it's not freeloading in my audience.
No, he didn't.
She got slammed. Oh,
for
she's
what
cursing
you
him.
just said.
Nice.
I curse you to never be able to remove your makeup and to roam these circus grounds until the end of time.
Oh, okay.
He went on for another 2 hours, insulting everyone he could.
Oh, I should have lipped the dude off in the crappy wheelchair.
But most laughed because they were uncomfortable, and laughing is the best way to hide from the embarrassment of others. But after the show, in his dressing room, there wasn't going to be any laughter.
Ha! I killed tonight! One of my best shows ever! I hope that ugly old lady with a curse breaks a hip on the way home. Now to get this makeup off, hop on my private jet and go see my mistress in
So,
the
does that actually come off?
What the? Makeup isn't coming off! You old lady! You up the... Come on!
Right.
As much as he tried, his makeup wouldn't come off. That old lady wasn't just any old lady. She was Madame Morena, mistress of the dark arts. When she curses you, it's not an empty threat. Something Ransom was just now finding out.
This makeup of that old...
Right, let's just put the beeps
The
in.
lady!
Yeah.
Fuck, shit, wank, cock, bollocks.
Ransom, I've got some bad news.
What do you want, you bald, greedy little...
Twat.
Tissue and some rubbing alcohol and help me, you...
Cunt badger.
Your private jet crashed while trying to land. Your wife found out about your mistress and she's taking everything you own except the house in Aspen. There was a fire in Aspen and your house burned to the ground. The toy and doll licensing deal is dead and they're suing you for breach. And one more thing. I quit.
What?
And go beep yourself.
Fuck. Fuck shit, wank, cunt, twat. Bastard. Poopy pants.
Oh, we're going back.
There we go.
And that's why
I
Ransom's
wish
clown is such
I
a
wish we
creep.
thought of the beep
You
game
should go
earlier
arrest
on.
No, yeah, that would make
That's
that a lot
an
more
interesting
fun.
He did some perfectly timed beeps.
Right, okay.
Right, he's got a wobbly notebook. We should probably have a look at that.
Find the murder
Listen,
weapon.
we literally haven't done anything.
Fingerprint the
And
murder
we're a
weapon.
man down.
Get the Fingertron report. Okay, this is all. Go talk to Ransom the clown. Okay. So I think. Oh, there's a...
This is just all stuff we know. Nothing new. Why was it wobbling?
I haven't seen Agent Ray for a while.
Right, he's still
Wonder
in
what
it in the
happened to
background.
Does it
It's
always
Dave.
wobble? Well, I think we still have to get that chainsaw. So I think we're going to go back there. We'll probably find it with him.
Was it it?
Or well, let's see if we get shoved down the.
No, we already came here, didn't we?
Well,
So
he goes down the sewer as well.
Now, if you check the top right, I bet we can be. Yeah, see, we can be Ray now.
Okay, she'll be right. Okay. So this was the last bit that we needed to do to catch up to what we did last
we've
week.
done all sorts of new stuff now.
Yeah.
Go through the looking glass. So we collected fluff from down here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The only thing I get from poking around these boxes is a case of sneezes.
Okay. I thought there was some dust around here that we picked up. So you pick up dust.
I don't want to pick that up.
Okay. Some shit happens down here, I think. So.
Yeah, you did this bit when I was on the sick last time. So
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So, open that bollocks. Payphone. Use
It
payphone.
needs a dime to work.
So, open this
I'm
bollocks.
looking for an escape route, but I'd say that leads somewhere I don't want to go. I'd say that leads somewhere I don't want to go.
Thomas, what was that?
Thomas
Havecast?
Is that a very poor pun?
Don't know.
Right, anyway, first thing to do, pick up the dust. Pick up the dust.
There's a cracked thing here. Is that what? Yeah, that's right. Pick up the dust. Oh. I think we're getting
some more dust from somewhere here.
Through this other room, I think. Yeah, there. But
there's a
did I just? I thought I spotted some.
And we can't have the. Yeah, there you go. See, they just put it on easy mode for us.
Yeah.
I bet if we'd have just logged on, we'd still be trying to find that dime in the alternate history version of this game.
I think we did get stuck here, and that's why we ended it.
We'd give it up at this point.
Well, I was pretty drunk.
More dust.
I thought there was dust.
Look at that sneaky dust.
Oh, so we need to go through.
Don't step too far. Just take a little step. There you go. Little step. Another little step. Get it. Pick it up. There you go.
Don't know why we're picking up the dust.
Look, it's important. Frank Boff wants his
Frank Boff
wants his cocaine back for his Nazi hookers.
Oh yeah,
in Germany, German Nazi hookers. Right.
Okay. Are we gonna call Thomas Havecast? Are we? So let's use. Ah.
Try. No.
There's a dime in the coin return.
There's a dime.
It's a dime.
Right.
Okay.
It needs a dime to work.
Let me have a go.
Okay. You're gonna spell out Thomas.
Yeah. You need to write it down.
Is that Havecast though?
Havekast. That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
It's a dime.
Use dime. Oh, I love a dime. Dime Easter eggs.
Oh yes. So Andrew Steen, I think it was, posted on Twitter a dime bar Easter egg where they finally put bits of dime bar in the chocolate. Normally with Easter eggs, it's just chocolate, but that looked amazing.
I posted some of that stuff. Is it the same one that I posted? Right, there you go. So I've done it. I don't know.
You're not on Twitter, so no.
I'm not on Twitter. Yeah, that's true. I Facebooked it to you.
I'm not on Facebook.
You're on Facebook Messenger though. It's just ringing. Did I spell it right? Let's check.
I'm gonna say new.
Let's have a look. ThomasHavekast. That's what I reckon. Thomas Hoofcars.
Reckless Rex says PJ looks like he's your dad.
Fucking hell.
That'd be the worst dad ever. Do I mean that PJ looks like a grumpy old man that is so done with Rich's antics, or do I mean Rich looks like he should need a fake ID to get his Sainsbury's bourbon? You decide.
Right, let's see. Well, it already started ringing after 2 letters, so I think we need to find the thing for Thomas Havecast.
Yeah.
Right, so I got the dime back anyway, because I keep ringing the wrong fucking number. Right, anyway, I think we go back to Come Quiveratron. Right, so
speck of dust.
Oh, yeah. See,
I think we're being.
On coke round it.
I think we're being trolled by these. I think we're just carrying random dust.
No. If you get enough specks of dust, you can make a line out of it.
So we're at some point be snorting a line of dust.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Down here. This is how did we not get to any of this last time?
Well, I don't know because we've not found the chainsaw.
With smelly trash.
Ricky's cakes. Fair enough.
Well, he's got no biscuits.
Anyway, you take over, Mung. I'm going to sneak out for a sneaky sneak.
Okay. We're going an hour and a half. If you, we'll pop it on a break for a second. We'll go for.
Alright, we're going to go for a break.
We'll have a little wee and smoke break. So if you bear with us, guys, we'll be 5 minutes. So it's pretty much 7:30 now. So give us till 25 to, and we'll be back. Back in a second. Bye. Right, we're back again. I was just checking the comments and Anmol was making me laugh. Something chronic, asking me what PJ stands for, and his answer was plough job. It's literally.
How did you guess? How did you guess?
Literally your new name. You're not PJ anymore.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and like my name on all of our Facebook chats is gonna have been changed.
Plough job.
Oh, I'm gonna get t-shirts. Fucking. Oh mate, you guys, just giving the ammunition.
That's
out.
Made my evening basically. Old plough job, right? Plough job.
Old plough job.
Old plough job.
Down at the mine. Old plough job.
Right, okay. Before we move on now, I think we should hit some questions. I'm going to try and remember where we got up to. I think we did this
still
one.
Last week's
I remember talking about that one.
Right, to recap, we were talking about, it was something like greatest games ever, and then that just sidetracked it into us talking about games for a minute.
Greatest games memory, so that was from
that was part one.
Yeah.
That was part one.
Oh.
Of 4 parts of one of the 2 questions.
I remember we got onto the next one, but I'm not sure we did the rest. But we'll go on. So, following on from last week's questions, we might have already covered this, but we'll go for it again.
In the meantime, I'll just turn him round.
So you can get
full
quiver
Watch out
action.
for the cum quiver. So basically, this is how we're going to time it. We're going to pick a topic, we're going to talk about it, and the cum quiver is like the gong.
Okay.
That's when we need to change subjects.
Right. All right, and so this one's from Dragon Botherer. A AAA game studio boss has
you're on the clock, Kate.
You need to stop interrupting me, otherwise I'm going to beat you. Fucking plough job. A AAA game studio boss. Shut up!
Now is the time.
A AAA game studio.
Live the dream,
for fuck's sake. Game, just going to carry on. A AAA game studio boss. You're not going to hear these. Has a stroke, gives you full control of the company and bank account, and tells you to make whatever you want. Once you've spaffed some money on drinks and ladies and/or gents, what game would you make? Anything that's not a Japanese tit game. Well, that's just ruined everything.
First off, we need to get past the once you've etc. because we're back in sex dungeon land here, boys and girls.
Oh man! So we should design a Frank Boff sex dungeon point and click adventure.
Yeah. No, that's genius because you're clearly going to spend quite a lot of money on the drug-fueled sex dungeon kind of phase of the transition.
It's research.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? You know what the best part about that is? Because it's research and development, you get your tax back. Yes. HMRC. The Crown is basically part funding to the tune of
Mr. Plough Job, I can see you've spent a lot of time in Colombia. Research, I'm afraid, tax deductible.
Yeah,
okay, carry on.
Yeah, don't bother inspecting my suitcases, just Nazi handcuffs.
So we've been inspecting your company, Frank Boff Sex Dungeon Ltd.
Yeah. Otherwise known as the Frankfurt Design Bureau or whatever it was.
So what game would you make if you had infinite money at a AAA studio?
So this is more...
So IP as well, so you can have any IP.
Yeah, so that's the thing. This is more really... this is how I'm interpreting the question. It's more about what game would you like to remake, given half the chance?
I suppose you can do that as well. You've got free reign, potentially. So any IP, you could remaster a game because that's a AAA
I had some time to ponder. So I'm going to give some answers now, then think about it, and then go on
Come on, PJ Plunder.
Next time we do this podcast when I've thought about it a bit more. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to remake some classics from the olden days, but I'm going to make them bigger and better.
So if you would, rather than make a new game, new title, new everything, you've got a game in mind that you want to remaster.
Frank Boff Sex Dungeon Simulator. It's like Leisure Suit Larry, but with more like whips and chains and stuff like that. No, so on that front, there are a couple of just old school games. I'm sure the license would cost about threepence halfpenny these days, so you just pick it up. No worries.
That's fine. Go for it. You've got free reign.
Okay, so I'm going to answer this question multiple times.
Oh, Jesus, you're making this a fucking chore, dude.
This is what happened last week. This is what happens. This is what happens. I'm ignoring the cum quivers. This is see that cum quiver per part of my answer. So that was
the quiver spoken. I'm afraid
the introduction has happened. Now this quiver
is
going to talk
for
about.
Too long.
This quiver is going to talk about a video game version of the film Labyrinth. Okay. This is something that I thought about before. Let me do you the pitch.
Overrated
CEO and Vice President of Sex Dungeons, Colonel Munkington. So, let me give you the pitch. I mean, think about the film, for those of you who are
shit film, hate it. It's
well, it's an awesome film. Anyway, twat. Imagine how nicely that would actually translate into a game. The whole thing is a labyrinth. You're basically just going through.
It is weird that it hasn't been made into a game.
And basically, in the film, they go through specifically one path through the maze. So the whole setup could be that you're not Jennifer Connelly, hot young Jennifer Connelly. You're someone else who's basically done the same thing, and you can take any route you want through the maze. It's a maze of Jim Henson. With all the crazy shit that goes on, you've basically got carte blanche within that to design any sort of levels and all the rest of it. You can make it as long or as short as you want. All of that sort of stuff. I think it'd be brilliant. It's a clear adaptation. Also, Labyrinth is now 30 years old, the film.
Fucking hell, is it?
It's something like that, isn't it? So yeah, like I said, I reckon you wouldn't even have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I reckon it would just be you just invite him to your sex dungeon. You know, fly out Mr. and Mrs. Labyrinth, or whoever's got the rights. Let them have a little go in your sex dungeon for a weekend. They'd be on board, and you could spend the rest of the money making that.
Wow, it's all I can say. Wow.
No, genuinely, Labyrinth would be an absolutely awesome setting for kind of a. I'm thinking almost like a Zelda style game, but with that Jim Henson kind of quirk to it. So it's kind of an adventure game. It's exploration. It would be awesome. There you go.
Okay, no, I can see it. For me, I've always.
Oh, here we go.
So. Huge Star Wars fan, and when I was a kid, I used to love Star Wars for the fact it had awesome spaceships and awesome space battles in it, but I was always a bit bored about the whole love story nonsense and all that kind of crap in it. Yeah. And that's kind of translated into 10-year-old boys. Yeah. It translated into my later game habits, so that's why I liked when we used to play X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. That's my kind of thing, basically. So loved that game. I loved Star Wars Starfighter as well. Played that later on. I reckon that's why I have inverted controls all the time in FPSs, because of playing a lot of like Sims, basically. So I think I would make a VR version of a dogfighting game similar to Star Wars. It'd be nice to have the Star Wars IP, but that's been in Battlefront, in Battlefront 2. That, you know, you could do that, and they did a cracking job of it, really good. But I'd like to do it properly for VR, and have a legit dogfighting sim spaceship shooter game in VR, which actually works, because I've not played one yet that's actually shit up.
Some are good, some are alright, some aren't so good.
But
good. Dangerous is alright, but it's, you know, that's not an X-Wing style game.
None of them are standout.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why VR should have been made. Those sorts of games are why you'd want to play VR for me. I remember. Can you remember that game you had on the Gear VR, the jetpack one?
That was awesome. Omega.
That's it.
Something. Omega jetpack game.
Something
it was
like
you're
that.
A secret agent.
So different physics to a dogfighting game, but they got the movement right.
It might even be. Let me Google it. It might even be Omega Agent. It was on Gear VR.
I think that is it. That rings a bell big time. So that I got the actual sensation. I was in a jetpack and I was traversing a world properly using those kind of physics.
Omega Agent. It's called.
If you've got Gear VR and whatnot, then that's worth a download.
Yeah, it's on Oculus. So
it's really good.
So the little brief on that, as we're talking about it. It was the game I used for a long time when VR was coming out to really kind of showcase the immersive qualities of VR and how to use the VR device as a controller. So basically, what it is, you've got a controller in your hand anyway, and you're strapped onto a jetpack and you're just flying around this. I think it's like a training base or something. And basically, on the controller, all the controls are completely standard. So you've got up, down, left, right, with your two thumbsticks and a thrust on your pads and all that sort of stuff. The difference is one of the buttons fires you in the direction that your head is looking.
Right,
and that is what makes all the difference, because all of a sudden, basically, you can use slight variations in how you're angling your head. You can use slight variations in how you're angling your head to put incredibly fine control on the manoeuvres you're doing. And I've showcased this game to so many people, and basically they'd have a play, and as soon as I explained that, and they actually got their head around it, suddenly they'd be through the looking glass. Suddenly they'd be playing in a whole different way. And you're going from something you're playing on the controller where you're just very much moving in 90-degree angles, pretty much, to something where you can thread the needle and you're suddenly blasting through construction sites and through narrow gaps, and you're Iron Man, basically. You're Iron Man at the end of Avengers Assemble, like going through all the buildings with all the Chitauri or whatever they were called. Chitauri? Was it Chitauri? I can't, the weird alien army that was completely like world breaking, but also really shit. Quite easy to beat up. Anyway, so you're doing that, and that was what was so brilliant about it. So there you go, Omega Agent. Check it out.
Yeah,
we're not saying.
So, back to the VR bit of it of the dogfighting games. You can get the movement in VR to make it feel like you're actually doing the thing that VR is trying to make you think that you're doing. So with dogfighting, for example, War Thunder was very good. We played a very early VR version of War Thunder. I'd never had motion sickness with VR before, but it really, really badly gave me motion sickness like that game. It was very early. I think it was a direct port, so there was no attempt to stop you having motion sickness. But that, for me, is what VR should be trying to do. It should be trying to con you into really, really thinking you're doing the thing that you're seeing. And that's what I want from a dogfighting sim, and to have AAA money to develop it properly. So DICE have done it, like I was saying, with Battlefront. I think there was only one quick mission that was VR, which people tell me is really good. But I pretty much would be plugging into the Matrix, like losing my job and just playing that 24/7.
No, I know what you mean. I do feel like I was, when VR was about to come out, and then when it was coming out, I was playing everything.
We talked about it quite a lot.
Contact with it.
Yeah, we would really want to do like those sorts of games. I think Strike Suit.
Let's make VR great again, Mungie. Let's make VR great again.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and then we'll collude with the Russians. We'll get them to rig all the elections, and then we'll make VR great again.
Right.
Awesome.
Okay, we've done a question, right?
Now it's time for a shot. Shot. Question then. Shot. Then question then. Shot. It's 10 to.
Fuck.
Nice.
Getting really drunk.
Not too much peer pressure at all. I mean, we could go on to. I could go on to.
Move the game on then.
All right. Right. Little bollocks pan for 5 minutes while we go and get a cake.
Cake.
All right. Open.
Here we go then.
What the fuck? What is actually in these jars?
So Dragon Botherer says, has Ian let you try Ace Combat 7 on PS4 VR? No, he hasn't. I've not been up there since we playing that. Apparently, he says it's really, really good.
Yeah, no, I'm really keen for Ace
Again,
Combat.
it has to be space, though. It has to be 360 movement. I'd love to give that a go, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Tell you what,
it's all about space. In the context of if my AAA boss had a stroke and for some reason given me the keys to his empire, then it would be a space.
Yeah, I know what we need to do. So it's I can't remember which one it is, but there's a James Bond film where at the end they the Marines turn up in a space shuttle in space and they have a laser fight. Yeah, I think Moonraker. Yeah, I can believe that. You know, at the end of all James Bond films, the American Marines turn up. These are space Marines. Everyone's got a jetpack. There you go. That's what we need to do.
Jetpacks in space. I'm not so sure it'd be as fun as dogfighting, though.
We need to do a montage of James Bond. A VR montage of the most OTT bits of old James Bond films. That's what we need to do.
Right.
This would be brilliant. I'm on board. I'm actually going to cancel the sex dungeons and power the money straight into this.
We're in a cake
shop. We'll make the money back, then we do the sex dungeons. In America, first you make the game, then you get the money.
I'm really
then
confused.
You get the sex dungeons.
I'm so confused. Why are we in a cake shop that just has bell jars in it and nothing else?
Let's find out. Hello.
Hey there.
Ricky spelled
Let's go
like
over to the
Ricky
counter where we
Lake
can
as
talk.
well.
Alrighty now.
Based on your sign, I was kind of expecting this place to be a bakery.
Oh, okay, so
sorry about that, hon. This used to be Ricky's Cakes, but now we sell vacuum tubes.
Oh.
Sounds like an interesting turn of events. Anyway, I'm Special Agent Reyes. I have some questions for you.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Ricky Lee, and I'm the proprietor of this little store. What can I do for you, hon?
So they look like tubes out of my old amplifier.
Do you know anything about the body by the river?
They were vacuum tubes too,
I heard about that.
Would make sense.
I see.
Super sad. The poor guy. Can't imagine anyone from around here doing something so awful.
Are you sure you don't have any suspicions about the killer?
Oh, no way, Jose. I don't believe for a second anyone in Thimbleweed Park is a killer. It had to be a drifter, or one of those mean city folks passing through.
Since you don't sell cakes anymore, what's your store called now?
Not really sure. I've been bouncing a few ideas around since the pivot. I don't suppose
so
you have any
says,
suggestions.
is this a Ricky Lake pun? I thought the same thing. Ricky's Cakes, Ricky Lake. She looks a little bit like Ricky Lake.
She does look a bit like Ricky Lake, but breathing in significantly. Alright, which one are we going to go for? Tube in the Tubes, Tube-tastic, Tube Town, Tube Town.
Tube Town.
We're going to Tube Town,
That's
baby.
a great name. I'm so lucky you wandered in today. The kindness of strangers is amazing.
Glad I could help.
Oh, she
what
knows
do you
Chuck.
think of Chuck?
Oh, it's so sad that Chuck Edmund passed away. He was my hero. His booming economy gave us the bakery.
So are you sharing the
and
shots again with me, Dragon Ball?
Giving me a chance to keep my store open. I think it's just the boost the town needs.
What do you think about the state of the town then?
It's not as bad as people make it out to be. A couple of stores have closed, sure, but it's just gonna make way for new, fresh businesses to bring life back to the town. I'm sure in no time at all, the town will be completely rejuvenated.
Okay.
That's all for now. Don't leave town.
I was going to say.
Okay, hon.
Not sure she's
Just
saying
holler if
anything
you need
that's
Alright, I'm just going to have a
interesting or
quick
useful.
look. See if
So his
there's anything
notebook's
to sort.
wobbling again.
Yeah, I've been ignoring that. It's probably been wobbling from earlier. Yeah, nothing to swipe. That was it. So it's just go and talk to her.
What's his to-do list? What are we actually doing? I'm kind of Lost.
Find the murder weapon, fingerprint the murder weapon.
Find Ray, so that's ticked.
She probably did something, yeah. Right, anyway. Yeah, we done something. Right, high five. Yeah! That's the progress.
We haven't found Ray. I don't know why that's ticked.
I know where she is. So they know that I know where she is. That's what's happened. We've never been down this street before.
Oh, the phone book's wobbling.
Ah, yeah. Let's look at the phone book. Right. So it was. God, what was Thomas? Thomas.
Havecraft or something?
Yeah, Thomas Halfcast spelled really badly, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is there another page on?
Thomas have cost 8389.
Okay.
There
Hang
we
on.
go.
Where's my pad? What was it? 8389.
8389. There we go. Right.
I need to stay.
Okay. We'll telepathically transmit her the number she needs to call.
Yeah. Good old sounds. Thomas Havcost. Right, 8389. So I can go use dime in there. Come on, Ray, we're busting you out. 8389. Boom. Doing some puzzles and solving
Help.
the puzzles.
I'm trapped in the sewer. Please call the authorities and let them know. You'll notify someone. Thanks.
Okay. What a...
Is that it? Okay.
I got an emergency call about someone being locked in the sewer.
A Rooney.
I should have expected
Reno,
to know it was you. I don't like being interrupted when wrestling is on.
Bad news, Sheriff. There are no donut arenos down here.
This case doesn't seem like something the feds would be interested in, Now, you should head back to the home office Reno before you get hurt. There is a killer on the loose.
Yeah, I'll run that up the home office Reno flagpole.
What a
In
bitch.
the meantime, can you get me out of here?
Sure, just follow me.
I don't like her. I know
need to
you're
blindfold you.
you're on her
Nothing
side,
about
but I
this
think
town
I'm on old
surprises me anymore.
Cumquiver's side.
Yeah, you
prefer-
would be, Rich.
Well, there's a bus leaving in a few hours. I think we can
Pigeon
handle
Brothers
the
again.
investigation from here, Reno.
Yay,
Okay, well,
Ray's back.
I think it's about time we venture into PJ's egg world or whatever.
PJ's egg world. All right.
I've noticed you have no Easter eggs though, so
Oh, you wait. I've got
you
some
lay-
phone-based
if you
pre-French
lay
that I
any
need to
Easter
twist
eggs, then I'm
sense
not going
stuff
to eat
in.
them.
No, I was just going to do it because we have been talking a lot about Easter eggs. I was going to give my Easter egg
You need
roundup.
like a kind of sting, like a introduction.
All right. So here is Richard with the introduction.
Okay. PJ's Easter eggs are shit in it.
No, you need some music.
This is your thing. This is
do
your
it
thing.
again. Turn it into...
I can't.
will
I can't
introduce
zhuzh up
Biscuits
a thing that you're coming
you
up
can.
with.
You're a good zhuzher when you want to be.
I don't know what it's about.
Right.
I'm not in on
Do
the
it again.
backstory.
Make it into a song. Go.
Easter eggs, twat.
There you
go, Easter egg twat.
Ah, that was no singing at all. So right, so I'm going to try and send you the pictures so you can talk about while we're doing it. So basically, I was just going to give some hot tips on Easter eggs. Basically, so as
Right,
you
here we
guys
go.
know,
PJ's Easter egg hot tip.
there we go. See, you got it in you, and not my hot tip. Okay.
Plow jobs Easter egg top tips.
Right, so yeah, obviously I've been doing extensive research. That's the best thing about Easter is that the eggs go on sale earlier.
Do they though?
No, wow. Easter eggs
I thought
went
it
on
was
sale.
post Easter that Easter eggs were on sale.
No, I mean literally on sale.
Oh, actually for sale.
So yeah.
Okay.
So the exciting part about Easter eggs is that they're a form of chocolate that you only get in the several months leading up to Easter.
They taste so much nicer than just a slab, a block of chocolate.
It is. Whilst Easter eggs are on the shelf, you cannot just go and have a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I bet, Easter eggs get sold lots. I bet like Mars bars and Cadbury's bars and stuff like that, I bet they just flatline through the Easter period because everyone's off eating the eggs.
Yeah.
And they've now got it so they've got every single sort of consumer base covered.
Well, also, it used to be that the running joke was, why are you buying an Easter egg when if you buy a bar of chocolate, you're getting more for it? I did the maths.
Fuck you, Americans.
That's one thing that does my head in when people I've done the math. It's maths.
Yeah. I'm saying do the math. When it's inappropriately said, it's like, I'm not talking about maths. You do the math. It's like, unless someone has literally just recited an equation at you and asked you to solve that equation.
I really like that contradiction. I'm not doing the math. You're doing the maths. But yeah, no. So for the first time in my lifetime...
You do the English,
the Easter eggs in Sainsbury's, I really should be a spokesperson for Sainsbury's. It is economically better off for you to buy an Easter egg for $1.25 than buy the equivalent chocolate bar.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gram for gram.
But that's the first time I've ever noticed that.
It's always looking closely.
No, in the past, if you buy a £1.25 or £1.50 Easter egg, you're still better off getting the chocolate bar of equivalent monetary value. That's changed this year, and I blame Brexit.
Yeah. Fucking Brexit. Right. Anyway, so I've got some top tips and some hot buys, but I think first off we need to go through the basic food groups of the Easter egg because it's not as simple. It's not as simple as going and picking an Easter egg. You need to know which category you're in. Okay. So what I want you to do is like on Bullseye when they used to do all the prize
in one.
So in one. Okay, so we've got either small Cadbury's cream eggs or we've got small bags of eggs. These are your snacks. They're your direct equivalent for like a Mars bar or something like that. Little sack and it's gone.
Yeah. Into.
Okay, now you're moving on to the smallest of the real Easter eggs. You might get, let's say, a fun-sized bar or a single cream egg with it, and the overall egg itself is maybe about the size of your fist, maybe a little bit bigger. These are aimed for little children that you don't want to spend too much money on, and that you can still pretty much eat them in between meals as a snack.
What's the price range?
Yeah,
what's the price range of the first one?
Well, the first one, £1 or less. Second one...
Oh, £1 or less? Where are you getting these Easter eggs?
I'm talking about the bags of mini eggs and stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, the second one you're talking anywhere up to about £2, depending on the shop. So kind of £1 to £2 is your range. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the second one.
In 3.
Okay, the third tier of Easter eggs. Now you're starting to get onto the serious Easter eggs. Okay, it'll vary around the world, but these are the £4 to £6 Easter eggs. Yeah. These ones typically you'll get 2 of whatever the chocolate bar is that they're associated with. Yeah, the egg itself is starting to get a reasonable size, and these ones they're not an in-between meal snacks. These ones are the meal.
They've moved up a classification in our lifetimes. When I was a kid, that was your base Easter egg.
Yeah.
You got a fucking chocolate egg, and with you got two
bars.
Fucking
the
normal size.
The TBE.
I'm on the edge of a rant now. I'm getting
worked.
You've worked me up into eggy stupor, PJ.
There you go. I told you I had content
livid
for you, Rich. Let's talk about these eggs.
Yeah.
So like I said, these are no longer the in-between meal snack. These are the meal. You can go breakfast, lunch, and then the Easter egg for tea. Yeah. And it will, calories, and in terms of filling you up, that's it, you're done. Probably you won't get through the chocolate bars. You can save them for later.
Yeah.
And also, in terms of present giving, these are now kind of a moderately sized child or a relative or friend that kind of, they're a good friend, they're not your best friend.
Yeah,
it's that kind of. They're a good all round gift. These are by far your most common Easter eggs in terms of the actual Easter day.
Yeah.
And then finally, to cap it off...
What are we up to? 4. Okay. In 4!
Right, now we come to the top of the tree. We've got what I'd like to call the prestige eggs. These are the eggs. So anything upwards of about £8, it's getting serious now. It's getting fucking serious.
These are prestige. Is there must be a level above this.
No, these can be, because there's no top level to level. There's no top price tier to level 4.
Because I've seen 20 quid Easter eggs.
Yeah. So you could go £8, you can go £12, you can go, and I've got some to show you actually that are kind of £15, and it goes up, and they get ridiculous.
If you can message them if you've got them, then I'll pop them out on Twitter so people can see.
And basically, so let me just finish the description and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So with these, these are not a meal. These may even be more than a day of meals. These are a multi-sitting, probably multi-day egg. You are spacing it out. You have to kind of budget through it.
No,
You have to get through the egg before
you
get
have
sick of all
an
the
objection
chocolate.
here. As a former fat kid, I was all about finishing off the Easter eggs on Easter Day.
Right, okay. I'm just going to show you the picture of this.
That's not an egg. That's a massive beige bollock.
Look at this. Luxuriant.
Mouths.
So the place where these are all coming from Aldi, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
So I went and checked out Aldi selection today. I did Tesco's last week. I did Aldi today. This is the one I'm going to tweet out. It's called Easter Collections Giant Ostrich Egg. A luxuriant giant white chocolate egg with caramelized sugar powder. And it's right, and bearing in mind this is Aldi.
Yeah.
It's a 14.
It's Aldi, by the way.
Egg.
Right, yeah.
It's nearest damn it. I'm going to call it a £15 egg from Aldi.
Yes, fair.
That is
not Aldi.
From Aldi. So
how are you going to tweet this out?
I'm going to send it to you, and you're going to do it.
All right.
And I don't know. I've tried to get a bit of the background in so you can get a sense of scale of this thing. This thing, it's fucking massive. Think of the biggest watermelon you've ever seen. It's bigger than football sized. I'm trying to think of something that's round but bigger than a football, the smaller the space of it.
Oh my god!
It's that size. My balls, my left test. It's the same size.
I've got to say, it doesn't look appetizing. It looks like the kind of vase you would have in your bathroom. With like a bit of dead flowerage going on in the top of it.
So I'm going to go Messenger. I'm going to put this across to you to send.
So
I've sent it to you. There you go. So you can tweet that out when it turns up on the old messages.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically your 4 basic food groups of Easter eggs. These are the classes. These are the rules. Everyone knows by them. Everyone plays by them. That's what they need to know. Yeah. So therefore, for my recommendations. There you go. For my recommendations, and I've got a couple of recommendations for you this week, and I will keep you updated as we have the run into Easter.
Yeah.
But basically, what I'm looking like is an egg that bucks the trend, an egg that doesn't play by those rules, an egg that goes its own way. That's what
you can go your egg way.
Exactly, but really, so number one, and I think I talked about this yesterday.
Yeah,
is the tier 2 eggs, the kind of £1 to £2 eggs.
Yeah.
Right now, so these
your meat and drink eggs.
Your 1 bar. Like, give it to a relative who's like under 12.
Sorry, what's your PJ's Corner thing called? Is it Plowboys?
Plowboys Easter egg dickhead.
Plowboys Easter egg. Oh. God, I'm getting Easter egg dickhead.
Yeah.
Okay. Plowboys Easter egg dickhead. There you go.
Plowboys. Right, there you go. So recommendation number 1, and I already said it I think yesterday, but Tesco's at the moment, they are doing the £1 to £2 eggs half price.
Nice.
So effectively.
So you've been going around to different superstores.
Well, I
supermarkets
haven't been going out of my way, but when I'm going round a supermarket,
So-
I've been doing a thorough analysis.
This is your top tips of Easter eggs to buy in Farringdon, basically. Okay.
Tesco's are available. I think they're a multinational company.
Multinational, different countries.
I don't know.
No.
All right. Well, the Easter eggs are so cheap. You can buy a plane ticket, jump on a plane, take 2 days off work, fly out to England, get a suitcase full, go back, and you will be in profit, my son.
You'll be quitting.
You will be quitting. So yeah, that's number one, because basically it's a tier 2 bracket, but with a tier 1 price, and that cannot be beaten. Okay. And then my second one, I got another photo to pop over. This is also an Aldi one.
Oh, yeah.
Or is Aldi potato patata?
I've forgotten.
I
lipped you off earlier, but
yeah.
Is that an egg?
That's
a stack of waffles.
Let me send it to you, and then we can let the people decide. But basically, what I've got here is it's a tier 3 egg, and it's a tier 3 priced egg. I'm not disputing any of that.
Yeah.
But it's just they've done something different with it. I like it.
Okay.
It's presented as if it should be more. So again, it's the same brand. It's the blah blah blah.
It has special buys under it as well.
Special buys.
It said special
So
buys.
Belgian white chocolate ripple egg, hand decorated with dark chocolate.
No, you need to say it like Nigella Lawson, I'm afraid.
Right, give me some sexy music in it, like sort of horn music.
Okay.
I don't know. Do better than that.
It won't be sexy music if I do it with my face. Let's get it on Facebook. Sexy
music. Whatever comes up first, that's what we're going for.
Okay. Oh, there's a lady in her pants. Play album. Sex music playlist. 3 hours of relaxed sex music instrumental.
Christ,
okay.
Right.
What have we got here? Is that playing?
You're not going to get content IDs for doing this.
I make no money on this. I don't have enough subscribers.
Yeah, that's the point. They can't.
Okay.
Belgian chocolate, ripple egg, hand decorated with dark chocolate. Coming to you from a Aldi nearby. White chocolate ripple egg. Special buys from Aldi.
Okay. We should have done that from the start. We should have backed out the all.
And they had another one. They've also got a belt. I could go on. Basically, and the good thing about an Aldi, they are my premier supermarket buyer of the week, or outlet of the week,
or closest to your house. Yeah.
No, because basically, first this is more topical because obviously Aldi, they're all over Europe. So actually, anyone who's outside of the UK is pissed off with Sainsbury's getting so much of the fucking spotlight all the time, and they never give you any free fucking bourbon or anything. But
bastards.
Yeah. So first off, there's that. So that's all good.
Yeah.
We're diversifying, so if Gunter Aldi wants to get in contact, give us some Easter eggs, we'd love you to. But secondly, it's because the other problem that you get looking around and checking out the kind of Easter egg landscape for this year, you know, what are the buys, what's happening, who are the movers and shakers in the Easter egg world. Generally speaking, you go to the main supermarkets in the UK and it's all the same eggs.
Right,
slightly different deals, slightly different, pricing variations, that sort of thing. But by and large, it's all your Cadbury's eggs and your Maltesers eggs and all of that sort of stuff, and that's basically what you're gonna get.
In that case, then we need a PJ's Special Boy Plowboy Roundup. We need your top tip egg. What is PJ
I'm just
egg
giving
expert?
You two.
But
I've given
the crinkle thing or the ostrich egg. They're your top tips.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are. There you go.
Okay, fair enough. Have you eaten either of these?
No, the ostrich egg wasn't actually. That was just because it was a big fucking egg. So my top tips were: one, go for volume, get your ass into Tesco's, get the 75p, which should by rights be £1.50 egg. and basically get twice the chocolate, and then you'll have so much you can rub it into your face and do whatever you want with it, and you'll be in Easter egg heaven for months to come. And the second one was just that one because it's something different, and it's got a sort of premium quality to it, but it's priced squarely in the tier 3 communal gardenal, common Easter eggs. So it's got again that just bucks it out of that trend.
Okay.
Anyway, that was
PJ's Easter egg thing bullshit. Oh no, I like it. Good segment. Excellent work.
You liked my segment, right? 5 minutes a game,
segment,
and then we can do something.
Yeah, let's do some more game, and then we'll get on to another question, and then we'll get on to what everyone's here for, which is Biscuit Dickhead. I need to come up with a kind of thing for that as well, don't I? Really?
We got more questions to do as well, haven't we?
Yeah. I think we need to kind of push this game along, otherwise we fall into the trap of doing fuck all.
Hold on, she's there now. I didn't know you could go there. Let's have a look at some stuff. Biscuit Dickhead, right.
Why did you just say Biscuit Dickhead?
It just gets stuck on my mind. So they've changed this. They're actually using the tool. They weren't doing that earlier. Yeah, so see, you definitely can't go up that street until they fix it or we fix it, or I don't want to touch that because electrocutatron. Oh yeah, let's have a look at the side. So this is the bank.
It says, we're out of the old abandoned pillow factory. Back soon. Safely First Savings Manager, Mr. El Polo.
Right, so the two things that I think we need to generally aim for. In fact, I'm going to go down here just to see if lightning strikes twice. Yeah. Come on, Shadow of the Beast. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Come on, let me at him. Oh. There we go. Alright, so the two things that I think are of interest for us to kind of aim at. One is, let's go and speak to Beepo the Clown. And the other one is to go to the hotel, and we should be able to, because we've got the key cards, so we should actually be able to get the identity of the weird German guy who got murdered by a truck.
Yeah, we need to get shit sorted to go in the Tron machines, basically, don't we?
It's a hotel key card from the dead man.
Alright, let's have a go.
So, cutscene.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is where we find out that he's a bastard.
Hello, Reno. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is quite annoying. No, sir. Yes, sir. They have been taken care of. Yes, sir. Permanently. Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, my
Violently. God. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, wrestling was quite good tonight. Goodbye, sir.
He still hasn't eaten those donuts. They could be going.
I know, they're playing on your mind, aren't
they? Donut dickhead. Right, anyway, so yeah, the short version is down that manhole cover is where she was. Let's see if she knows that.
Looks pretty dark down there.
Oh, no.
I can't see anything there, but it's pretty stinky.
Let's have a
Moviatron.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. Oh, it's just background. You can't actually do anything. Right, we went in here last time.
Welcome to Quickie Pal. Can I help you find anything?
It's an I'm sorry for being a dick card.
Biscuit Dickhead.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
It's an I'm sorry you're feeling like beep
Cut.
card. Jeez.
He gets beat. I'm just imagining your neighbours.
Do you know Bernie?
Oh, I'm looking at all of these.
It's an I'm sorry your hamster died card. I'm not big on keeping rodents as pets. It's an I'm sorry for forgetting your birthday card. That's sweet.
I need some
it's
of these cards.
I'm sorry you were cut out of the inheritance card. It's an I'm sorry your face won't come off card. There's a picture of a clown with a lot of hair.
Do you know my cousin Bernie?
No thanks. Sure are a lot of them,
just
though. Guess no one's
random
really sorry
link
about
or...
this.
I mean, we've got no money or anything.
I personally am really fond of the chocolate.
If I had something to mail, this might work.
Oh.
We got right. Let's speak to Leonard anyway. He wants to say.
Hi there. I'm Quickie Pal Leonard. How can I help you?
I'm Special Agent Ray.
I'm not Holden, if that's what you're thinking.
He totally is. But did he just say he was the brother of Clownface McClown Square?
Not that I noticed.
He said something about his brother. I think
I'm just zoning in and out. So
yeah,
maybe.
What's your deal, Leonard?
What's your deal, Leonard?
Oh,
dude, how do you know my name? Are you like telepathic or something?
No, you just told me your name, and it's also on your name tag.
Oh, I just forgot the little rat down the bottom.
Yeah. Dear rat. You must be gutted about that.
Right, we'll get through this conversation here.
Okay, I'm going to leave you with this because I'm busting for a slash again.
Do you know anything about the body by the river?
No, but I heard the sheriff nearly ralphed when he saw it. The only bods I've seen lately are the righteous babes on the top shelf of the magazine rack.
I'm not surprised the only women you see naked are in magazines.
She just hasn't got anything nice to say about anyone, has she? Right, what shall we choose? Oh yeah, and anyway, if anyone's got any better Easter egg deals, I'm interested. I love a good Easter egg. I want to know what you guys know. What tips can you give me about it?
Have you seen anyone acting suspiciously around town?
Actually, now you mention it, I did see something suspicious a couple of nights ago. I was on the late shift getting ready to close up and grab some za when Willie, the town bum, walks in. Was totally whack when I think about it.
It was Richard. Did he buy Kentucky bourbon? This could be the proof.
Why did Willie seem suspicious to you?
Well, normally we have to toss him out because the dude smells grody, and he never has any money. But for the first time in forever, bro pulls out this wallet and flashes a fat stack of dead presidents. I thought it was kind of bitchin' when he bought out the liquor cabinet.
He spent the money wisely then. That's the thing. He got some booze, fair enough. Imagine all the Easter eggs he could have got. He could be lying on a bed made out of Easter eggs in a house made out of Easter eggs, and he wouldn't be homeless anymore, would he? He would be sorted. Until he ate them all, then he'd be in trouble. But in the interim, he'd be fine.
So what have I missed? What's going on?
So I'm questioning the witness.
Okay.
I'm being good cop and bad. Well, Ray's just being bad cop, really. She's still a bitch, to be honest. I'm going off her as well. Yeah. But he's just said that Willie came. Willie is the tramp you from the very start. He was sat there drinking his bourbon.
Well, yeah, obviously I'm Dick as well, so that's got a weird double-like meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got his
See, we're through
bourbon.
the looking glass again. So it's something connected to you and Frank Boff's German sex dungeon.
Tron style transcended into the game.
Yeah, it's metagaming, man.
Metagaming.
That's what we need.
Damn you, Ron Jeremy. And your weird old man porn ways.
Can I answer that question about awesome games we want to make again?
No, you're stuck with that shit game that you come up with.
What, Labyrinth? That'd be amazing. No, I just thought of it. I already told you I would. Right, I will believe it.
We've got several. Well, we've got 3 more questions to go through.
Do you like your job here at the Quickie Pal?
All right, well, you finish this up. I'm
got a freaking sweet deal here with free coffee and minimum wage.
What?
Plus, I don't get any customers on the late shift. Plenty of time to think.
If I get pink eye tonight. So I'm a little bit out of whack. Let's see. Could the wallet you saw have belonged to Willie?
Could the wallet you saw have belonged to Willie?
Oh, no way. That wallet was his. I figured he got lucky and found it. Whoa. But come to think of it, I'm pretty sure the wallet had some weird red stains on it. At the time, I thought it was the cherry mouthwash he drinks.
Okay.
But it could have been blood.
So I'm thinking that is the Bloodtron, whatever it is, item we need to get. These flickering lights are going to drive me
These
insane. That's
flickering
very
lights are
true.
going to drive me insane.
Yeah, it's a trip, isn't it? Oh, they're even better if you get a little toked up and, I mean, yes, officer,
Dude,
I'll get
the
those
feds.
fixed right away.
Man, I used to get migraines off flickering neon lights. They are the worst. You said you'd get a lot of time to think. What?
You said you get a lot of time to think.
I'm like an abstract thinker, way ahead of the curve, man.
Okay,
My
I think we're
mom
just in
says I should be
time
more like
waste
my cousin
countries.
Bernard, who got a scholarship to MIT. But why be like that dweeb when I could be like Chuck Edmund?
Back to Chuck again. Okay, well, let's have
Tell me about Chuck.
a little chat
He's
about
my
Chuck.
freaking hero, man. Dude never went to college. Just started building his machines
Dude,
when he was a
got something to
kid.
tell you.
That guy made this town rich just by doing what he loved.
Okay, well, we got a few more options about Chuck. What do you think about the state of town? I'm going to look around your store.
You seem to really admire Chuck.
That's why I dropped out of high school. I don't want to live my life for the man like some peon in a polyester cage. No offense.
Offense taken.
Bitch. Okay. What do you think about the state of town? This is dragging on a bit now.
Just
I'd like
ignore
to move
the
on.
losers who say this town is over. I mean, not even. We got everything a person could ever need here in the Quickie Pal for one.
Okay, well, I think we're done here, aren't we?
Store.
Really? I'm pretty sure we are done. Oh, little shop of
I
horrors.
look hungry. I don't have an extra finger, though.
Let me know if I can help you find anything.
Okay. Let's have a look at the rat. I don't think we can in the foreground. I think we are done here, maybe.
I'd play if it were a sure thing.
So can we pick up?
Better leave it be.
Pick up this weird.
Take it.
Oh.
It was a sample from a traveling animal repellent salesman, but I doubt if it actually works. I would
Okay.
want to find out.
And
There aren't any maps left.
no.
Sorry,
I'm
little
pretty sure
dudette.
there was.
The sheriff came by a bit ago and nabbed all the maps. Didn't even pay for them. Something about immature dominion or something like that.
Okay. I think we're probably done. Maybe we can look at CCTV. No.
No, you're still there.
Yeah. So gone through their
know if I can
all the
help you with
dialogue.
anything.
I have managed to get some bear repellent, some beer repellent.
If you're Welsh.
If you're Welsh. Okay. Oh no.
What about the rat? Oh, it's got...
I tried the rat. Foreground stuff you can't kind of mess around with.
all the best stuff.
I need to stay focused and solve this murder so I can do what I need to do.
He's got a weird accent. Is it like Welsh, do you think?
Oh,
Or, Canadian?
Yeah, that's a good cue for me
You
to put
probably
my
can't
headphones
hear
on.
any of it.
Yeah.
So where are they both in relation to each other?
He went down a side street. I was just trying to get rid of him again.
Okay, so
He still hasn't found a belt. Pull your trousers off. Stop coming to you. He's going to have to peel them off. He's going to have to cut them off. Oh, okay. Let's go play it. Oh, that's just the hit line again.
It says
I'm
new
gonna write that
house
down.
playing Thimbleweed Park
Only
called
the
the
eighth
fully
time.
automated
Sorry.
Hintron 3000 at 4.
Right, blah 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 blah. Let's go.
So he's the only one with a to-do list at the moment, isn't he?
No, they both got. Oh yeah, he's got a notebook. Oh well. Let's go in the arcade.
Okay.
I'm blatantly going in there.
The doors are locked and nobody's
Oh. Right. Anyway, in the meantime, hit us with a question, Rich.
Okay. So Aubrey Alexander Harrington says, "What is your favourite genre of game and reason why?" That's a question.
I thought you were then going to go on and answer it. Well,
There's
I had some time to think.
A second part of it as well.
Whilst I had some time to
well,
think.
you can carry on playing, and I can go for it.
Fair enough. Well, all right. Wow, I've got to say, on hours played, it's got to be number one. Has got to be Battle Royale. No, in hours played, actually, number one is MMO. Like I've put, I think on my last count, I'm over 1,100 hours into PUBG right now.
Yeah.
And Apex is going to start going up drastically now that I've broken my cherry on that. So yeah, Battle Royale. Last couple of years, it's just been that. But before that, my MMO addiction has waxed and waned many times over the years. I first got into it as
we do go back to WoW every so often, which always surprises
I'm done.
me.
I've moved on now until they get the legacy servers up, and then it's going to keep drawing me back in, or whatever.
Drag me right back again.
There you go. There you go. Whatever the Al Pacino quote was.
Yeah,
and it was. I remember I did my slash played on it, and it was my secondary character on my account, and that was about 1,000 hours at one point of that. And I started off playing WoW in 2006, was it, or 7? Chat will know. In whatever chat says, whenever chat says it came out.
Yeah. I
started playing it. I was so close to being the first wave. There wasn't even a level 60 on the server back then. The highest level person in the entire place was like level 42 or something.
Wow, okay.
And,
that's good going.
Yeah, exactly. So it was literally within the first week. Loved it, played it for a good couple of years, then worked out that you could sell your account on eBay and make a shitload of money. Sold my account on eBay, made a shitload of money, then missed it, and basically recreated the account again with all the same characters and all of that, because I found out the guy had sold it to it basically stopped.
Right.
And then got back into it, and I loved it, man. I mean, genuinely, the thing that MMOs do right, it is if you get a good group of people, it's really nice to do collaborative gameplay when you're doing a raid with 40 people, and you do the whole dance that it makes you do, and you do all the things, and you do your damage right, and you keep everyone alive, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously with the tank, that DPS healer sort of holy trinity, everyone's got their own little like sub missions within that.
Yeah.
And if you're in a tough fight, everyone needs to know their shit, and to get it done is awesome. Like, to a large extent, you've got to think all other multiplayer games, really, they took all of that stuff from that.
Yeah.
Before MMO started doing that and started making it so that you had your roles and your class and your objectives and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Before that, all multiplayer games, it was like deathmatch or team deathmatch and stuff like that. But any like a multiplayer FPS or a RTS or anything like that, it wasn't about the sort of coordinated cinematic experience, and you get that everywhere now.
Yeah, yeah.
And all of that has come from that, but it's also the dicking around as well.
Yeah.
You could just I used to be a mischievous little bastard. You do all sorts of things from scamming to, which I didn't really do. I was generally
You're
a
one
nice
of those
guy.
guys, are you?
No, genuinely, I really didn't do much of that. But you can make up your own little fun. You can make up your own content. You could be the content and put on a little show for the other people. You could go around and just. Sometimes you'd log in and use it as a chat room and all that sort of stuff.
Right, yeah.
And my wife gave me chronic. I mean, she still gives me. I get it in the neck for the amount of games I play and all this streaming nonsense and all that. But back then, I was trying to explain to her. Of an evening, I'd be sat playing WoW. She'd be sat playing like on Facebook. Fundamentally, we were doing exactly the same thing. Just having a nose round, having a bit of a chat here and there, seeing what people were up to, seeing what had gone on.
Yeah.
It was just I was dressed in like troll spandex, and she was doing it on Facebook. That was the only difference, basically. But and so clearly mine was better. So I just waxed and waned with WoW. I think I've had 3 decent forays into it and a couple of aborted attempts.
Right.
So I must have played upwards of 3,000 hours of WoW maybe in all those time. And also other MMOs. I tried Eve, that was too hardcore. I just bounced off.
So long story short, it's MMOs.
Yeah. Alright, I'll shut up. Right, what's your
I can see MMOs, from what you're saying, I can see that in 8 Legs stroke Overwatch.
Chuck my beer, sorry.
Kind of in the same area. There, I know one's kind of multiplayer, one's BR, but it's the hero kind of thing. But yeah, no. So for me, action RPG, that's pretty much it for me. My hours spent gaming for a single game is probably still COD 4. Then you're probably going to be PUBG, so the kind of multiplayer, your traditional team deathmatch, or domination mode's my favourite in multiplayer. Then you've got PUBG, but I still think games like Oblivion, Skyrim, Deus Ex, the last one that was on PS4, I can't remember what it's called now.
Mass Effect.
Those kind of games.
Like sort of any BioWare game from more than a couple of years
Only
ago.
played Mass Effect 2, and I enjoyed it, but I don't see the fuss around the fuss around BioWare. It's kind of boring, but Mass Effect 2, I enjoyed it. Nah, it's not. It ain't no Skyrim or Oblivion. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, weirdly,
but
I bounced off the other way.
The Witcher as well. Anything like that. I love being those kind of worlds.
Fallout.
All of the Fallouts. Well, sorry, all of the Fallout. So Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, that kind of stuff. Absolutely love it to death. I just get stuck into those worlds. It's incredibly immersive, and I just love them. I bloody love them. That's why I'm looking forward to Thingamajig, the CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk. Yeah. Because
they'll do a good job.
Yeah.
An immersive, genuinely cyberpunk world.
Absolutely.
Bring it on, because I'm ready right now.
That, and although I was really disappointed with Fallout 76, I'm really looking forward to the next Elder Scrolls. I think that'll be next gen, and that's amazing to me. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, no, that's it. Awesome. So on a tag on to that is Aubrey also asked, what got you and PJ into gaming? The only thing that got me into gaming, which is really weird, my parents aren't alive anymore, so I can't really ask them, but for some reason, when I was really, really young, they bought me a ZX Spectrum. I don't know why. I'd never, as far as I'd known, I was too young to express a want for one of these things, but I was like 5 or 6. Suddenly for Christmas, got a ZX Spectrum. Wasn't very good at it, but I was just blown away by it, and I, ever since then, just forever had played games after that. What about you?
Hey, is it similar? It's, my dad got a Dragon 32, which is the best.
Dun.
Yeah, he got a Dragon 32, which, as far as I'm aware, is the first and last ever Welsh computer. So it deserves that, and I think we still got it.
That's something I didn't know about you, actually. I heard of the Dragon 32.
I've got one. It may even be a working one. We can place it. And with that, and this was properly like in the Atari 2600 days. This was when computers regularly had wood on the exterior of them. And
the Atari, the one with the wheel controller pad things. That was it. I remember that being a wooden unit.
Yeah, and like the and to get it to load stuff, you'd hook it up to just a normal tape deck. And it would make the screeching noise, and that would go on basically the microphone out into your computer. That's how you loaded your game and all that. And,
that was the Spectrum all over.
But in that, it had a couple. It had all the standard games you can imagine, like a sort of Pong and a Space Invaders and all that. But it had an adventure game. But even back then, it was kind of a text adventure. It was one of those ones where you say you can move like north, south, east, and west, and then it says you are now in a building. What do you want to do? And you go search the room, and it goes you have found treasure and all that.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it or anything, but it was just that whole thing of. It was so sparse, but it gave you just enough, and then your mind filled in the rest.
Yeah,
and being like 10 or 11 years old, as far as I was concerned, you know, going off round like on these epic quests into dungeons and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, that really left an impression.
That being said, then we've had quite like similar lineage, basically. So why are you a PC twat and why am I a console hero? What led you?
3 words, my friend. Amiga 500.
So you had an Amiga?
Yeah.
Right. So
Amiga was like the petri dish for PC dickheads going forward.
Well, no. So I had a Master System after the Spectrum. I think that was the next. We had different Spectrums, but I think that was the next one. But my next door neighbour, well, no, because it wasn't that great. But my brother had a NES, so we had that kind of those consoles in my house. Then my next door neighbour had an Amiga, and we used to go around there and play it a lot. So you used to get the next gen of games then, but still, it didn't. It felt like a console with an annoying keyboard. It never, and we used to plug controllers into it, so it still didn't drag me into PC. I still just wanted to play console.
Well,
at some point,
you could do a lot more stuff on it. Like I remember,
but
doing my
Amiga's
first
different to PC though.
No, but
still,
I remember like I did my first programming on the Amiga.
Okay.
I reckon
that's something I remember from the Spectrum. Was the user manual had a load of code in it. You could type that out into your Spectrum, and then you could get a little spider to drop down, or you could get a game that you could sort of shoot spiders and all this kind of stuff. So, okay, and that's more revealing. Like the fact that you did that sort of stuff on those.
And also another thing that I had, there was this really, really old paint program. And it came bundled with it. So I got an Amiga. I remember
the Amiga,
Crammond's Grand Prix 2.
Jeff Crammond.
Is it? No, what was it? Jeff? It was Jeff Crammond. Right.
I don't know. But that's the worst name for a driver ever. Hi, I'm Jeff Crammond.
I don't think it was I think it was it's like Sid Meier game. Sid Meier,
Okay, I'm just going to try.
Just type in Jeff Formula 1.
Jeff Crammond.
Yeah! Actually came back Formula 1 Jeff Crammond. Suck my fat one. Yeah, so anyway, but that was... I'm surprised you didn't play that if you made it. That was like the game to have. And I completed many a season on it. Where was it? Yeah, they had this paint program. That's the first time I started messing around with
I do remember that paint program because the manual to it had a big gold ring. Like
the
a wedding
was
ring.
Thick. The manual was an inch thick.
Yeah. So, well, that kind of answers that question, I guess. Let's push the game on a little bit.
All right. How long are we going on for, anyway? Because we've got to get the biscuit dickhead in.
I don't know. I'm willing to keep trucking, basically.
All right.
Do you need to be somewhere at some point?
No. Well, we started early, didn't we? Because England were definitely going to win.
Well, yeah,
right,
if you've got a time you need to go, let me know, and then we'll kind of start to wrap things up at a certain point. But I'm having a laugh, so
I'm good for a bit. As long as the viewing tends. Have we still got viewers?
Well, it's 35, 40 people watching, so that's
you guys enjoying yourself?
Standard.
I'm expecting all the Americans and they go, shut up, I want to go to sleep.
Well, Anmol is from India, and it's probably like 1,000 o'clock right now, but he's always seemed to be enjoying things.
No, India's behind, isn't it? So it'd be...
Oh, we got 32 people watching, so
Excellent.
obviously you have to keep going. Console gaming is the best if you don't have time to fuck about. It's kind of true.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a sultry lady of the night that it looks like.
Oh, right, sex dungeons. She's a lady of the evening.
Oh, a lady of the evening.
Right, we're going to talk to the...
Excuse me, ma'am.
Do you know Frank Bob?
What do we have here?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't pay for affection.
Yeah, you just...
Sweetie, I'm not a hooker. Although, there is something about a man in federally mandated polyester that makes me want to forget my wedding vows. I'm Lenore Edmund Mulch, of the famed Pillowtronics Edmund family, and I'm waiting for my husband and son to arrive on the bus.
So Pillowtronics, they make all of the Tron machines, which are everywhere.
Yeah.
And when they were talking about the fire at the pillow
there's
factory, I guess that's
Edward
the
Mansion,
Pillowtronic.
which I
Tell me about
think is her husband. Edward
Pillowtronics was the
Mansion's
brainchild
mansion.
of my uncle, the great entrepreneur and genius inventor Chuck Edmund.
Good
The
guy,
Edmonds
nice.
made this town great when we opened the Pillow Factory.
There you go.
My family, even my stupid little sister Dolores, might as well be royalty as far as Thimbleweed Park is concerned, sweetie.
Oh, so she's actually mega rich. Goes around hanging around in bus showers doing favours. Do you know anything about the body by the river?
Do you know anything about the body by the river?
I just said
sweetie.
that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my god.
So glad someone is finally getting rid of it.
Who?
But one does hear things, and I do have an inkling of who might be connected to this nasty business.
Tell us.
Tell me who you think is connected to the body.
Well, I hate to cast aspersions, but I suppose it is
Don't
for
say
the
the
good
clown.
of the town.
Tell me what you know.
Actually, no, I can't do this. The Edmund reputation is at stake.
Ma'am, please tell me what you know.
Fine, it was my
bitch.
sister Dolores. She abandoned our family and the business to become a...
Pirate. Flooring inspector.
Pirate?
No. It was far worse. She became a video game developer.
We're on a flashback again.
She only wanted one thing, to be a game designer for that awful game company.
Oh, ASCII
Mucus
too.
Phlegm. Uncle Chuck wanted something else for her, but no. She was too selfish. Only wanted to make stupid adventure games.
I've got to get out of this town.
Oh, it's
Uncle
gone
Chuck
meta
wants
now.
me to program his factory computers, but I just want to design games. I wish I could get a job at a company like Mucus Phlegm Games. Now the only thing I have to look forward to is my favorite computer magazine. In fact, I should check the mailbox and see if it's arrived yet.
Oh, that is something I miss from gaming, is magazines.
Do you not? I still get PC Gamer, man. I'm
Don't buy them anymore, but I fucking loved gaming magazine. Like all the Spectrum ones were just the best. When I look back, they're terrible, but man, I loved that day of the month when my mum would come home with all the shopping and give me and my brother our
Seems like the
gaming
mail
magazines.
should have arrived by now.
We'd read them like cover to cover about 10 times. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I still use it because I still get it because it makes good toilet reading.
Yeah.
If you're having a particularly good poo, you can see what's coming out.
I don't hang around in the toilet long enough to read a magazine. I don't know.
Oh, if you have a satisfying poo, like a bit hungover this morning. I wanted to
I never
take
struggle
my
with my poos long enough. I think you
fireplace
should
looks
see a
very
doctor,
clean.
basically.
So I'm looking for the mailbox. Oh,
Oh, there's a load of blood in there. the fridge. Stop! Yeah. What is your addiction to microwaves?
Alright, let's just pick everything up.
Carefully handling broken glass. If this were a Sierra Online graphic adventure, I'd be dead now. But those mucus phlegm adventure games treat their
adventure game like
to
double
extend gameplay. Sure would like to work there.
I'm just going to stripe
picked up everything, basically.
I know old batteries, they're going to be important. They're clearly going to... Hot sauce!
I don't want to pick that up.
Let's use the sink.
Force it, I think you'll find.
No, it says walk to sink.
Yeah.
Use the... Alright. Alright, let's open some cupboards, see what we can find.
There's nothing inside.
I wonder how force it happened in the... Like the kind of English American like language transition.
Like the mail should have arrived by now.
Where did Fawcett come from? Is it Mr. Fawcett decided
I
that
don't
he was
know,
just gonna?
We don't use that word.
Never had them, no.
So why are Americans inventing posh words that sound like British?
Yeah,
it sounds
I get like the car words, like a car wing and a car fender are the two different like American English things. I can kind of see why a fender is called a fender on a car in America.
Why?
Well, because it fends you off from the wheel.
Oh!
It has a use. A wing,
I can see,
a wing kind of doesn't, so I can kind of see why they would call it a fender. But a faucet, what is a faucet?
I don't know. Let's have a look at the clock.
This clock looks vaguely familiar.
So,
maybe more highly rendered and smoother pendulum action.
It's 3 to 9 hours earlier than it is for you. 10 hours in Hawaii. So it's pretty much daytime for us right now.
Yeah, I got it the wrong way round.
Can't wait to check the mailbox.
Yeah, sorry, I should have known that. I found the mailbox anyway. Thank you, Rick.
So Joanna says, "Your Sinclair."
Hi
yes,
there, George.
loved Your Sinclair. Your Sinclair used to have really weird covers occasionally, overly arty, detailed.
Yes, hopefully
like realistic
soon. I'm looking for a job at a game company in the big city.
Brilliant.
That's not going to make your uncle.
I remember coming round your house.
What brings you all the way out here?
Drawing pen all over your brother's edition of PC game.
He got livid.
Sure. What we dedicated government employees do.
He was absolutely
walk all
livid
the way out into the country to deliver a magazine.
He really hated me for that. Right, anyway, let's have a look at it anyway.
Okay. When he said magazine, that magazine in the corner there just
it's our special Mailtron 3000 mailbox. Postman comes along
let's just see if there's anything else. So we've got the magazine, so we've done something. Let's just look at our progress. Yeah! Right, find the ideal job.
Oh, Doug. Oh, he's called Doug and he's digging. Oh my god.
Digging?
He is digging. Doug's a digging.
Digging?
Digging!
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 Hi, Doug. What are you digging?
All right, Dolores. I'm just digging stuff in the front green. Mostly holes. But then I put
is that meant to be Scottish?
I was gonna. When you say digging,
you're doing a good job.
Digging!
Yeah, I was fully imagining him to be some James Brown. Like,
I was going to say,
digging on it.
It sounded like a really horrible stereotype of a black guy saying digging, but it turns out he's got it's like a Scottish twang, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I couldn't get it just from.
I'll lick to off them holes.
I lick to off them holes.
I don't need any firewood.
Digging!
yeah, exactly. Like a Dr. Huxtable.
Oh my god. To Cosby digging.
Alright, let's have a look in here. Have we been in? No, we have. That's the kitchen. Alright, we've done all this. Now I think we need to go up and do some nerding on the computer, I reckon.
Okay. Well, I think when we get up to that, we move on to the next section.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, so you can do it now? Is that a tube? That looks like a tube light.
Right, let's have a look in here. Oh, that was the correct room. Right, let's...
Oh. It's at the door. Okay. Did you hear the doorbell then?
Yeah. I'm just going to go and have a
I can't open that.
What?
No, just go through it. So what is the next section, Rich?
Well, I think we'll find out in a second. Let's just see what happens here.
Oh.
Is that a Reno out there?
Hi again, George.
It's not like a government employee to make a mistake, but I forgot to deliver this important letter for your Uncle Chuck.
He's busy in his workshop and can't be disturbed. I'll take it for him.
Okay, Dolores, here it is. And remember, it's illegal to open someone else's mail. Punishable by a $50,000 fine and or 5 years in jail.
Thanks, George. That's good to know.
Okay, back to my vitally important government job.
Alright, let's open that letter immediately then.
Okay, before we move on, Ann Mole says it's 2:25 a.m. here, and I am many people enjoying the stream, so please keep going. He's in India, so
yeah, fair enough.
And
that's
also
cool.
Reckless Rex says, so I think this is for Fawcett. Late Middle English, denoting a bung or vent hole of a cask, or a tap for drawing liquid from a container. From Old French faucet, which from provincial falset or falsar to bore.
So here's the thing, though. There's two possibilities.
So why have the Americans taken a
Rex,
French word to replace?
Follow the English, but either Reckless Rex Googled that and put it in, or she knows. She actually knows all of that off pat. She's just reeled it all off.
That's fair enough. No, she's a mod on my thing, so she quite possibly has Googled it.
Good faucet knowledge.
I would be surprised if anyone has actual faucet knowledge. And
yeah, but anyway, the point
the first time that they've just thought about why it was called that.
The point we were making is that normally what happens is you start off with a word in British, or in English, or in ye olde English,
I think you'll find.
Or, you start off with a word from this side of the pond, and Americans kind of take it, and I won't say dumb it down, but they'll
Reckless says no Google. That's why I use the quotation marks.
Wow.
So screw you, PJ.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But the point I'm trying to make is normally when you watch, because obviously we hear the English language back in films, TV, etc., 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 and it seems like the English language is kind of exported across the pond, and then it's just kind of sort of shrunk down a bit. As some words are just swept around oddly, but in all cases,
I think before America, colonised in inverted commas America, I think England or the UK as it was had tried to pretty much take over the whole world. So we'd forced our stupid country into most of the world, apart from like Asia. So
no, because we were there as well.
Well, we kind of. I don't think we.
I don't think. People.
I mean, like in like the American version of Asia. So Americans call like what we would call the Orient Asia. So we didn't colonize India. China. We definitely colonized India, but China
that's the Opium Wars,
I mean Japan. That side of things, like we definitely did. I made two mistakes there. We definitely did India and China, but I don't think we did Japan and.
Yeah, we've got that. That's like that's the blank page on the scrapbook. It's like a Panini Empire scrapbook.
It turns out
it's
Japan
like
was hard as fuck, basically.
It's like when it's the World Cup and you never ever get the Lionel Messi shiny sticker. Yeah, that's it. That was Japan for the British Empire. We never got that, or at least I don't think we did.
Yeah,
we definitely.
So basically, it's why our stupid language is forced into all sorts of other languages, because we were horrible. Back in the day, we were horrible dickheads who
again when accelerated. We say Richard didn't actually do any of it. He was a bit of empire guilt. But the general point I was making is that normally, when you hear like the American version of the English language, it's like it's a bit adapted and it's a little bit simplified. When the words are changed, it's normally a simplification. So when we're hearing stuff like faucet, it's kind of that's why it stood out to us, because it's the other way around. It's like no one ever I've heard, like, actually in England asking to use the faucet at all.
Yeah.
That was the only point I was trying to make. In the meantime, Richard has apologised.
I've apologised for the whole of
several
like British
years of empire.
history. A lot of people say we didn't colonise China. I thought we had.
No, we didn't colonise China. Well, again,
Because we give back a chunk of
but
China recently or something.
No, that's separate. But basically,
Is it difference between Saigon and Hong Kong or something like that?
Right.
Didn't we own some? I don't know.
No, right. Anyway, let me just give you the very 2 minutes because this is kind of a dodgy period in history. Anyway, so basically,
I'm scared. I'm tiptoeing round.
No, you're going to learn something, Richard.
Okay.
You'll be enriched by it.
We should be playing an adventure game, but yeah. Okay.
But basically, what happened was that basically the UK became very much into their tea.
Okay.
And basically, a load of merchants were going out to China.
Yeah.
And they were basically getting the tea, giving them the British money, and then coming back. And the problem there is, if you don't actually trade anything back, it means China's getting all the money.
Yeah.
We're getting all the tea, but China's getting rich. We're just having cups of tea. So basically, what they wanted to do was try and find something that they could trade back.
Yeah.
And they decided, let's get them all smacked up on opium.
Yeah.
That was the plan. Yeah, drugs are always the answer. So basically what they did is they basically forced their way into China and got shitloads of people addicted to opium.
That's fair trade.
And that balanced it all up. It meant everyone was kind of... Did you call it like a proto-skaghead? I don't know. Something like that. So everyone was on opium. Then the actual wars part of the opium wars is the Chinese government, as you'd expect, were like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Everyone's spacked out on opium. We haven't got any money anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you're basically... Imagine if a country of drug dealers turned up in your country and said, we're taking all your money and we're getting all your kids, or everyone you know addicted to smack.
Yeah.
You'd have a problem with it.
Yeah.
China did, but what they didn't reckon on is that we were really good at war. So
suckers.
So again, I'm abridging it. If anyone's interested, Extra History do a really good thing on this, and there's
a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right,
the Extra Credits History channel. They
did
a really good,
Extra Credits. Okay.
Yeah, they did a really good kind of expanded version of this. But there's loads of stuff on it. It's a fascinating period in history. But yeah, the short version is that basically the British got a few gunboats, just sailed straight up the river all the way to go in to the capital city, captured it.
Right.
It's one of those moments where like Cortez when he landed in South America, and he just went in and captured the Aztecs' main capital city, captured their king who was revered as a god. Right. You know, there were like 200,000 or however many Aztecs. Cortez just turns up. He's got horses. He's got armor. He's got muskets. He's like, I'm lucky. I'm doing this. So it's one of those things where it's incredibly harsh and incredibly sort of earth-shattering, amazing balls on those people as well.
Yeah,
they basically went, you know, China's basically got the same amount of people in it as the entire rest of the world, but fuck it, we'll just go sail up the river, we'll just go capture everything.
Yeah.
But there you go. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, it's not a full invasion, but
I think we've just invented PJ's History Corner.
PJ's History Corner.
That's awesome. Or PJ's Taking Over Countries Corner.
Yeah.
You seem to know all about that shit. I like it. Yeah, it seems to the chat seems to be into that kind of stuff as well. There's a lot of people talking about it, which is interesting. But anyway, we're here to play games and eat biscuits. So
and have all other games. Go on. Shall I do a trial for you?
Well, no, I think we need to push it on a little bit. Let's just do a little bit more, and then
I'm hungry now.
You want the biscuits now, do you, PJ? After last time? Oh my God, what's happening?
This is going to get complicated now.
Where am I?
Oh, I heard a little rat there somewhere.
That one, maybe?
Why has it gone all Scooby-Doo?
I'm deliberately not going to go to the next one. I'll find one over here to try.
Where am I?
The fuck?
Ouch! No pinching.
So a rat pinches her if she goes in a certain door.
It was me.
Franklin, you idiot!
Oh.
I'm just trying to, help.
Is that yelling? Oh, gag me. I hope my dad and Uncle Chuck aren't fighting again.
And since most of the machinery at the pillow factory is lying fallow, I've come up with this, great plan to repurpose them. We can use them to make, plush toys.
Franklin, you idiot! The company is Pillowtronics, not stupid plush toytronics. We make pillows! What do you think that would do to our credibility, our reputation?
Okay, Chuck, you're right, but, I was up all night working on the business plan. Maybe, you could just, look at it?
No! It's a pillow factory!
It is a pillow factory.
Are you two fighting again? I'm getting so sick of this. You're brothers. Take a chill pill. You started the pillow factory together. Won't you ever stop fighting about it?
Nothing you need to worry about, Dolores. Right, Franklin, old brother?
Yes, your uncle and I were just, talking business. I have some work to do.
Dolores, can you get my .8mm point-tip soldering iron?
Uncle Chuck, you should use a 2mm
I got
flat.
triggered then.
You never heat your solder hot enough.
Solder.
That's
That
my favorite niece.
it bugs the fuck out of me that Americans say solder.
I know you'll keep
It's solder. Soldering iron.
Oh, fucking
solder.
hell, Rich. You can't complain about pronunciation of anything.
I pronounce everything perfectly.
I wasn't commenting on pronunciation earlier. I was just saying normally when the English language exports, it simplifies, but in this case, force it. It's very posh sounding.
So
and aluminium has got a second I in it. Look at how it's spelled, American twats. Right, anyway, let's move on.
Well, no, so what? I don't know why that has anything to do with anything.
Well, we're talking about
Is
pronunciation.
it solder or soldering?
It's wrong.
I knew it. Soldering. It's like Craig. Craig. It's not Craig.
Anyway, come on, let's do some biscuits.
Okay. Right. It's time for Biscuit Dickhead Head.
Uncle Richard.
Mr. Sandman. Oh, Mr.
Bring me
Richard.
a biscuit.
Right, okay. So, I guess I best quickly show everyone what biscuits we're eating this week. They are Bahalson Choco Moments. Crunchy mint. They look bitching. Basically, when I was at like what people would call kindergarten, what do we play school is what we call it. I forgot. You would have like a quarter of an hour of a flake moment where you would just have to go and have like a kip on the carpeted area.
Yeah, I can actually remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you would get given a biscuit and then some milk.
Called a dickhead.
I just had full circle. Perhaps that's why I'm so into biscuits. But no, you would get given like milk and a biscuit. So the biscuit, I'll tweet this so people can see what I'm on about. The biscuit we used to call milk biscuits, and I think that is fucking hell. I think that is because I used to eat them with milk basically from primary school, so they're probably not called milk biscuits, but these.
But there's malted milk biscuits.
But they're different. That's the thing. That's why I think these aren't milk biscuits.
I don't want to derail you anyway because I have them for the last 3 hours.
Anyway, Choco Moments. They're the biscuits we've got this week. I am so excited about these because they're mint choc and
Richard's just unwrapping them now. He's using an overhand unwrapping technique. He slides the biscuits from their cardboard sheath.
I don't know if I've still got that on.
You still got? Yeah, I bet you have. I love the way you're pretending to go to YouTube for this when it's just this is your sex music playlist.
I had
literally the only thing he's got back on Spotify.
So sex music playlist lyrics, no sex music.
No, this will be interesting because last time it was sexy music. This time we're doing sex music. No,
sex
go with
music.
it. Go on, sex
bedroom
music.
mix. 2017 sexy lovemaking music.
Right, I reckon start again. Put it back in the packet, and you do it, and I'll describe it.
I don't think we're getting.
There you go. Okay. It's the sound of the sex.
You hold that up to there.
Whilst Richard grasps the packet with both hands.
I've just picked up the box. I'm holding it in both hands.
What's more than a moment with these biscuits?
The box glints in the light as I pull it closer. I run my finger underneath the flap and I tug at the willing box.
Richard unsheathes the box and masterfully slides out the biscuit.
It offers some resistance, but I keep tugging, and then it just pops. It slides.
This is bad. He pops it off.
It's covered in a sheath.
Yeah.
I tug at the sheath's corner, and it just bursts open. The scent of the innards. The scent of the innards pours out and fills my nose with an aroma that makes me tingle. A minty aroma that fills my sinuses. I look along the shaft and I can see printed Choco and more. I wanted more.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's enough. I'll pause that.
Okay.
How do you pause it?
For fuck's sake, you got my phone upside down.
Right.
Just calm down, stop.
Alright, shut up, sex
Okay.
music.
Sex music.
The sex music.
Okay.
Right, so we've managed to partially unwrap the biscuits.
So yeah, they basically look like after eights with what I used to call milk biscuits underneath.
Although this is...
Lebanese biscuits.
Yeah, they're Choco Leibniz.
Leibniz? Are you an American?
No, leave that up. Leave your browser.
Too late.
Right, anyway, let's just eat them.
Fuck, the chocolate is nice. Oh, it's got a bit of like crackly popping candy thing in it. Oh, these are fucking gorgeous, man. I'm salivating everywhere.
I'm putting the music back on. You can't just be like, oh, that was quite nice.
This isn't sex music.
Where's the sex
This is
music?
an advert. Female indie innovations.
Right.
Do you even Google, bro?
This is sex music, apparently. This is the sound of actual sex.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Right, describe the biscuit, Richard.
I'm nibbling the mint chalk off the biscuit.
No, just do you like it?
Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? It's got like a popping candy thing to it.
No.
What's this? This isn't
I
sex
don't know,
music.
but the video underneath is called Whiskey Ginger, so...
Good podcast. That's a podcast.
Oh. Right.
Andrew
we get
Santino.
meta? Should we just podcast
basically,
a better podcast?
PJ's side railing me to fuck.
Oh.
But these biscuits are bitching. Cheap ass biscuit. The biscuit part of the biscuit is cheap as fuck. The chocolate is just out of this world.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
kind of almost like a little cracker biscuit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the actual ratio, you probably, if you've looked at the pictures, you probably don't understand how much they've gone overboard with the chocolate part of the ratio.
No, that's a good point. I thought it would be lightly covered. But hang on.
It's maybe like have a look at the picture of it.
It's 50-50 chocolate to biscuit. Now, you don't compare that to a rich tea biscuit with chocolate on the top.
Yeah, if you've got a chocolate digestive, you're running about 50% chocolate.
Smidge of chocolate on it.
You're running about 2-to-1 biscuit to chocolate. This is the other way. This is the other way around. It's actually drooping over the edge.
Yeah.
It's a surprisingly large amount of chocolate. Now, crucially, we need to now move on to the actual constituency of it. So, problem that I've got, a potential problem, it's mint, and it's kind of, I don't know if it is, it's not dark chocolate, but it's a darkish chocolate, if you know what I mean. It's not milk chocolate.
Yeah.
I will have another one, thank you. And this is what I'm going to find out, because I think the problem with these will be, I don't think it's a session biscuit. Because it's mint and because it's dark, it's got that slight bitterness.
I disagree. I disagree.
I don't think you can sit down and smash out a couple of packets, or even one packet.
Aggressively disagree.
Right, do it. Got 3 biscuits left in your mouth at the same time, and then a shot to finish.
Well, it's really bad to eat stuff on mic on like streams and stuff. But no, I could smash a few packets of these. Oh my god. Right. It looks like they do white chocolate versions.
Yeah. Right, now, what I want to do, because you said you haven't seen it, is I actually want to show you the advert that they had on TV for these biscuits. I don't know if they're still doing it, but yeah, for about the last year or so, they've had this advert. Well, so search for Choco Leibniz, and I'll hold the biscuit up so you can see the spelling.
So is this going to be...
And you can share it out to people. So it's Choco...
Oh, it completed. It knew. Google knew.
And then you need our advert, because obviously we want to find the advert on
So
YouTube.
these are Choco Moments made by Balson. But there's an actual variation called Choco Leibniz. Now, on the back of these, the biscuit itself says Leibniz, but on the chocolate...
Leibniz is the range.
But on the chocolate, it says Choco and more. There's a conspiracy here. There's a kind of weird back and forth, like, conspiracy-like thing going on.
Do you think Frank Boff's involved?
Fucking Frank Boff and his sex dungeon.
It's fucking right. Let's find the customer service number on the back of the packet and ring it in.
Okay. Bagsy using your phone to ring it.
No, we use the phone in Thimbleweed Park.
Good idea, yeah.
Well,
anyway,
my God. I want you to see the advert anyway, because let me just set it up for you.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, it's like, you know, any sort of Agatha Christie murder mystery.
Yeah.
Or like at Columbo, there's always a point where like all the suspects are gathered.
Okay. I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I've never seen an Agatha Christie.
Right. Any detective Poirot, fucking any detective drama series ever.
Yeah.
Like literally ever. Like there's a point where everyone's gathered in the library and the detective reveals who the person is.
Right, like Cluedo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what they've riffed off for this advert.
Right.
And the premise of the advert is...
I'm sorry, my mind has been taken by Leibniz Keks. The Leibniz Keks or Choco Leibniz is a German brand of biscuit or cookie produced by Balson Food Company since 1889. Man, there's pedigree in these biscuits, basically. These are the biscuits.
But yeah. Anyway, this advert, find it. Do Choco Leibniz or Leibniz advert. And then I want you to see it because it's brilliant.
Okay.
So basically, the whole premise of it is, so it's in this Cluedo thing. You've got the inspector saying, I know who did the murder.
Okay.
And then he's just about to... Yes, that one.
Oh, it looks like we've got rival biscuit dickhead reviewers. I'm livid. I'm not even going to...
Oh, there's plenty of them. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not even saying their names.
Right, let's watch the advert and then we can link.
Okay, so some dude stoking a fire.
Where's the sound?
I don't want it.
Choco Leibniz?
Choco Leibniz? Okay. Oh, isn't that fucking Darth Thingy from the new Star Wars?
Come on, detective!
Adam Driver, that's it.
Or, I don't know, that one. Chocolate.
So you've seen the advert.
Chocolate. Oh my god.
No, go back. So you need to go back to about 10 seconds in.
So I don't think people are watching this can see any of this. So
no, the advert.
Chocolate.
Right, it's the point. She's actually got a cigarette holder for her biscuit.
Okay.
Did you see that? It's about 10 seconds in. She's actually got a flip top. And it's like the old school cigarette holders they used to have.
Right.
It would flip out.
Okay, I'm just going to paste the chocolate.
Yeah. Frau Kassmeyer, the murderess, but she gets away with it because of chocolate.
Choco, was it? How do you spell it? Where's the... Force a biscuit into me face. Oh no, it's Choco moment.
Choco Leibniz.
It doesn't even say on it. I need the hang on, the back of a biscuit. I've never used the back of a biscuit as a reference before in my life. Yeah. So
30-second advert based on
Leibniz
or Columbo, or depending on whatever you've watched or not.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that she has a biscuit in a special biscuit holder.
Okay.
It's the amazing thing as far as I'm concerned.
Biscuit dickhead. Bosh. So
I mean, she's kind of hot. I'll give her that.
Very hot.
But she wasn't marriage material until the Choco Leibniz holder came out. I want one.
She didn't have a Choco moment in her hand though.
Yeah.
They're average biscuits. The mint takes it through the roof, and I am proper orgasmic because it's mint.
You see, my problem.
If this was standard milk chocolate, get out of here. Fuck off.
See, this is what I was going to say. I'm kind of, for the reasons I've given, because it's a bit minty, because it's a bit bitter and all that.
It's not bitter.
It's got a little bit of a sort of after thing to it. Or maybe it's because I've been drinking beer. But anyway, I don't think it's a session biscuit. I think I would prefer the proper Choco Leibniz more. And that's my problem. What these biscuits have done is
that's why I'm the biscuit dickhead, and you're just a weird peasant.
But that's what these biscuits have done. They've given me food envy for some other biscuits that I haven't even eaten ever. So that they cannot be good biscuits if they make me want to eat other biscuits.
No.
That as far as I'm concerned, don't even exist. But they're making me think of the other biscuits, so I'm eating them and being jealous at the same time that you didn't know the right.
Isn't that powerful
biscuits.
advertising though? Haven't you
Richard,
been suckered in by their marketing team?
Yeah.
They've made you eat some biscuits that you're not really liking, but you want to eat all their other biscuits.
So Choco Leibniz, exactly the same, but milk chocolate. I reckon I prefer those, and I definitely want to try them. The Choco Moments, see, there's a mint one.
There's ones we're eating.
Yeah. But the other ones, that's got kind of an orange, like.
So you're being tantalised by the colour of their font.
I think it'll be salted caramel.
That's
be
not
salted
better
caramel.
than mint.
It could be honeycomb.
Dark chocolate and mint is a combo that can only be beaten by maybe a white chocolate.
They're the best ones. The other ones are starting to get a bit gimmicky now. But yeah, I reckon we got to try some Choco Leibniz. We should maybe we can do a dual head-to-head at some point. Do a bit of a taste test on it.
I'm always up for a taste test. Choco
Leibniz.
I've been lining up. I very nearly bought a. It might be the same company, but is that it? The Messino. I think it might be.
Bolzen.
It's not. Oh no, it is. It is. So they do a Jaffa variation, the posh Jaffa cake. So I was thinking of doing a taste test, getting Tesco's own brand, Sainsbury's own brand, Jaffa cakes, McVitie's Jaffa cakes, and maybe some Aldi and some then Balls and Messino Jaffa cakes, and seeing if we can tell the difference. I reckon I'm going to go Jaffa cake standard. I reckon I could tell them.
Yeah, I do have to say. I mean, I'm up for trying these ones because they.
I
do
reckon
look
you'll get.
tempting, But
I reckon it'll be a fruity, kind of a weird fruity, like perfumey kind of essence to it. I can't see him being as nice as your McVitie's Jaffers.
I don't know. Germans do nice marmalade.
Germans, that is the saying of the podcast. Germans do a nice marmalade. I've never known a German marmalade ever to be on my radar. I think that's an English thing, isn't it? Marmalade.
There's a lot of jams and a lot of marmalades involved in your
Really?
German breakfast.
I would have thought they would like meats, sausage and meats and.
What they get onto in their sex dungeons.
I don't know why we're staring back at that. Anyway, well, that was Biscuit Dickhead head. And back to the game, because PJ's just took us onto German sex dungeons for some reason.
I think we're probably done though, aren't we?
Do you reckon? Okay. Well, yeah, we've hit like 9:30.
I've eaten your biscuits. I've been thoroughly bemused by them again. God,
well, they were rocking bass.
Three strikes and you're out, mate. You got one more chance to impress me with biscuits.
You can't tell me they weren't enjoyable biscuits. Choco moments.
No, I'm hungry. I'm thinking about going back to Aldi and hoovering up that
well,
recommendation Easter egg on the way back.
In that
now
case,
I'm going to have mint in the back of my mouth and you're ruining it.
In that case, you're going to have to get some Easter eggs for next time for us to try on stream, and also some Aldi biscuits.
I'll get
you come here with a cocky attitude about my biscuits. You cuss them out and they're bitching.
Look, this is how fascism starts.
This is how we do it.
All I'm doing is expressing my freedom of speech and my rights.
Girl, you've got that
I will not
shitty
blindly
biscuits.
support your biscuits, goddammit. You need to earn my support. You need to earn it.
I am the biscuit dickhead. I am the biscuit dickhead. You've come into my arena and you're disgusted by my biscuits.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you Aldi douchebag. That's all I can say.
I'm not generally. Well, I do like a bit of Aldi. I won't lie. I wouldn't affiliate myself completely with them. All I'm saying is check out their. What did I say? When I make tier. Level 3 Easter eggs.
So apparently some
Belgian white.
Some like weird diarrhea coloured ostrich Easter eggs. They're amazing. I've got to say, if I have to give them a mark out of 10, I'm going to go 8.
I'm going to go -2.
So chocolate and popping candy mint side to them, amazing. But it is. The biscuit itself, which makes it a biscuit, is kind of cheap.
How crunchy, man. Okay. Yeah, it is weird. It's it's a chocolate bar with a little bit of biscuit.
Yeah, which is good, but
it's like, where do you draw the line? Like Cadbury's fingers, are they biscuits or are they sweets? Cadbury's snacks.
They're biscuits, because there's much more biscuit than there is chocolate.
But you see what I mean? They're on the borderline.
So over the years, this is something I thought about privately. So over the years, Cadbury's fingers have changed. When I was a kid, and you bit into a chocolate finger, there was a lot of chocolate.
Your uncle would say, "Don't do that, boy.
Back off, boy." But now, if you get them, there's much more biscuit to chocolate. The biscuit to chocolate ratio lies heavily in the biscuit arena. Back in the day, and animal crackers, like animal biscuits, they used to be heavily weighted in the chocolate side. But they've obviously worked. Same biscuit as those. Same as those.
No.
It is.
They're kind of like. It's almost like they took digestive biscuits and squashed them a little bit. They're weird.
No, they're rich tea biscuits, rich tea style.
Animal biscuits.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right, that's another dispute for another
Biscuit Dickhead knows his shit. Don't listen to PJ. He might know about history and stuff because he's a boring twat, but he doesn't know about biscuits. Anyway, I think that is about it. Thanks everyone for watching. I don't know when we're going to be doing this next. Couple of weeks next week.
Yeah, okay, we're out in Oxford.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're going to a thing next week. So the week after then.
The week after should be good, and then week after that's rest, I believe. So if we keep it every 2 weeks, we're kind of avoiding the.
Oh, I like that.
It's working well.
Sounds good. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching. This has been PJ and Richard's Gamerama stroke biscuit dickhead thing. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.
See ya.